All you guys saying that I was going to be late, you were wrong. I mean, I'm early.
But we're definitely gay.
Are we?
Yes.
I'm probably late, definitely gay.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to Weekly Sip. What's going on? Oh, things are shaking. I know there are some people who have been like, I don't want Naomi to be on the Sip anymore. I don't care. I'll do whatever I want. I do not care. I don't care. I will do whatever I like. Hey, Dev Newcomer to the Discord. Well, don't worry. There'll be a new Discord. Actually, I need to work on that today, in fact, after we're done here.
Yes, well, you don't need to have an entire conversation about it.
No, I don't. I just need to work on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
But where's the media literacy video?
On the side channel, and it's not coming out yet. Basically, all my demonetized videos were moved over to the side channel, and they're coming out once a day to avoid, like, fucking everyone's upload feed. So, see my list of things that offend Twitter freaks? No, I haven't. Lilith on the Sip. Lilith's hard to get a hold of nowadays. She's very busy. R.I.P. Fuck you, Artemis. R.I.P. Dev's third chair. Thanks for the $2. You fuck.
Yeah, Lilith's been too busy with real life stuff, so I've been brought in as the unfortunate replacement.
But you're not even on the Tubcast.
Yeah, I know.
So, here's the thing. I want to outline real quick what I got to do today.
Okay.
I already wrote that one script, that big long one.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys saw it. It's an hour and 20 minutes. And it's going to be fucking huge. It's probably going to edit down to about 45, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be about, like, Sargon and James Lindsay's feud, but more importantly, the ideas they're feuding over. Okay? Dev, can you please not bring up Trump this time around? Oh, too late! Okay, that's okay. That's fine. We won't bring up Trump. Okay, so, I'll talk about the Archcast as well. Let me get this out first. So, I want to write at least one more video.
Mm-hmm.
I want to maybe record TikTok Tuesday today, sometime in the afternoon. There'll probably be time, to be honest. We have a whole day ahead of us.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, half a day.
Half a day at this point. Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, I stay up real late anyway, so I don't care. What else? The Discord I want to work on.
Mm-hmm.
And if all goes well and I'm not being a fucking blob, which I probably am, I didn't do a stream last night because I was working all night on that long video. I would like to fire up a Tunic stream or something, like some sort of make it up to you guys stream. If I do that, it'll be late at night though. It'll be like a late stream. Because I want to get, because these things I just listed off, the Discord, the new Discord, the TikTok Tuesday, and the new script, they're all priorities, right?
Yep.
So the Tunic stream will be probably not, but it might be a bonus surprise if I can keep it together.
Then why mention it? Why not just have it be a surprise?
Because I like laying out my thoughts.
Okay.
$5 from Artemis Fowl. Naomi and Lilith has never been heard on the same stream together. I think you have. I think you came in and like talked into the mic while Lilith was on a stream once.
Yeah, there's definitely been at least a couple of times where like somebody yelled a question at me through you, and then I answered through the mic.
Yep. They're coming, Tricky Mario. I'm doing my best, but hey. If for some reason I decide to turn this channel into just like a fucking stream channel, it's my business.
Yeah, but
I've always taken the opinion that I'm just gonna do whatever I want.
Yeah, I know, but your actual thought out videos are the better videos.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. No, maybe. Fact.
Zontar, $5. Coach Red Pill, Russian spy, and propagandist has passed from pneumonia. Of course, Carlson. Who's Carlson? And Don Jr. Who's Don Jr.? Who are these people? With lament a Russian propagandist passing away. I should do a video on Coach Red Pill, to be honest, because I mean, he's dead. He's not going to be relevant ever again from this point on. Like he just died. So if I have a bunch of Coach Red Pill stuff saved up from the internet blood sports days, I might as well drop it. So fuck it. Like now's the time to make a video on Coach Red Pill.
Is it gonna be a nice video?
No, he's a fucking asshole.
Okay.
He was an asshole back then. He's an asshole now.
Why don't you wait like a week so it's not so soon?
It's been like 4 or 5 days already since he died.
Another week.
Another week?
You have to wait a week till you found out, then make news.
Yeah.
That's how the niceties of the world work.
It was apparently from neglect. Yeah, I heard like he was in a Ukrainian prison because he was living in Ukraine, spouting Russian propaganda, getting paid by the Russians. So of course he got fucking arrested. Like what a retard, right? Like even if you agree with Russia, like how dumb can you fucking be, right?
Don't live in Ukraine during a war with Russia and then spout Russian propaganda on the internet.
Yeah,
no.
So he actually didn't he try to like hop the border into Hungary or Poland or something, and he got arrested at the border. So he was put in a prison. And the prison sucked, and he caught pneumonia while he was in the prison, and the conditions were just so poor he just fucking died.
It's good to know that prison conditions all over the world are the same.
Yeah. He was also a spy, and only avoided prison the first time by writing up the 5 spies he was working with. Fucking hell, dude. Yeah. I enjoyed that $20. Thank you. That video better mention liberalism's self-destructive nature to demand you fight with the hand tied behind your back. The fact that defies your rules doesn't deserve the protection of your rules just because we're better. That will be actually a different conversation. I'm talking about philosophy, not necessarily practical implementation. But I do agree with you there.
So the stupid part of philosophy?
Fuck you. So basically, yeah. I have a lot of things I want to do today. Oh. Speaking of the Discord, yep, there's a new Discord being built because the old one's a fucking trash fire. New Discord coming soon. I'll make sure to announce to people.
Shouldn't you say that because of Discord's new rules?
That too, Discord's new rules as well.
Yeah, well, no, because, like, Discord's new rules means that the new Discord server is going to be a lot more, like...
It has to be stricter, yeah.
Authoritarian.
Based.
than, like, most anything that Dev has ever done ever.
I have to, because Discord will fucking ban everyone on a server if someone on that server misgenders. Like, it's fucking ridiculous, dude.
Yep.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yep.
So fucking awful. So I'm making a new Discord. What else? What else is really important to talk about? Oh. So I haven't been talking about this anywhere else, but I have been talking about it on the Weekly Sip, so I'll talk about it again here. Thank you very much, Derek. Appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy. So I did finally decide to try Vyvanse.
Ah.
Yeah. I've been talking about like occasionally.
I didn't realize you were talking about it on the Sip. Yeah. Good to know.
Yeah. But only in the Sip. Only sippers know. And here, I'll give you my Vyvanse take, okay? Mm-hmm. 1, it was way too easy to get. Considering that it's basically controlled meth. Mm-hmm. I feel like anybody sufficiently smart enough, whether or not they think they have any sort of condition that requires Vyvanse, can simply walk in, fake it, and get it. Because I had a bottle, like I went into the fucking the clinic. Mm-hmm. I had a bottle of Vyvanse within an hour.
Yep. Congratulations.
That is the same drug as I don't know how much Destiny takes, yeah, but it is the same drug, yeah.
You know, I'm gonna feel real stupid if I ever go to the doctors and I'm just like, hey, maybe I should try this. And they're gonna be like, yeah, here. And I'm just like, I should have done this like fucking 10 years ago.
Yeah, why don't you just go?
Because I'm lazy. And I'm also not as smart as you, so I might not get it as easy.
Like, I was talking about, after I came back home, I spoke to Taftaj for a whole bunch, because we were talking about it. And I was just like, you know, the best way to learn how to lie is to watch Death Note. All right?
To learn how to not lie like Yagami, who makes all these fucking crazy ass faces anytime he's lying.
But like when Light Yagami lays out his thought process for lying, he'll say, okay, you need to adopt a personality of the person who is innocent of the thing that you've actually done. Yeah. Which might mean, in some instances, implicating yourself in some way, because that's what an innocent person would do. Yeah. Right? It's like, yeah, of course I was at the crime scene. I just walked through because I was walking there, like I walk there every day, you know? Like, do something like that, right? Where that's how you lie effectively. Is you, even if it means you hurt your own case in the short term, you have to present something. You have to present a false psychology that is consistent with a person who is actually telling the truth, right? So that's a really good tip on how to lie, right? And so when I was like sitting in the doctor's office and I was like, I was thinking about it because
yeah, I'm gonna lie about maybe
well, no,
not
here's the
having
thing.
the symptoms.
It felt like it felt like I was lying when I was laying it out.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the thing: if she asked me to like, focus on something for 15 minutes as part of a test,
Mm-hmm.
and if I couldn't do it, then I would be given the drugs. I could definitely focus on something for 15 minutes. So it did feel like I was lying almost. Like everything that I filled out in the form was completely true, but it also felt like it wasn't, even though I knew it was. Like it's like, okay, well, do you do this behavior? It's like, yes, I do. Do you do this behavior? It's like, yes, I do. Like I was checking them off, checking like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Right? But it also felt like a construction. Yeah. It felt like I was constructing the personality of somebody who was actually quite ill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the problem with, like, being able to have good days and bad days, right? Like, you're a competent enough person that you can actually go to the doctor to get shit you need to help yourself. To be fair,
it took me 5 days to actually go. Like, I was supposed to go on Monday and I went on Thursday.
Yes, no, I know. But, 4 days, yeah. But, like, it's still the fact that you can force yourself to go. You're not, like, a person who's, like, stuck, like, in a home, like, who's, like, actually helpless and can't force themselves to do anything. So, it's definitely a, what's that called?
Let me read this super chat.
Okay, sure. Interrupt.
Actually, no. Go ahead.
No, I'm done. It's fine.
What's that called? What?
No, never mind. I don't remember the word of it anyway. So.
Okay, well, there you go. I knew you were done. Okay, here in Lady Columbia, thanks for $10. One thing Jim Zinzi makes clear is that any response against the left has to be measured and well thought out, because the opponent's reaction is the left's goal, like in Spain or Argentina. Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true for sure. I agree. Hi, food shops. Oh, my grandfather was a B-17 tailgun in World War II. He passed away. R.I.P., dude.
Womp.
R.I.P., Grandpa.
Dev hasn't seen Code Geass. I've been trying to convince him to watch it.
Not yet, sorry.
It's really good. You should watch it.
Actually, I think I saw like a first episode like a long fucking time ago.
You should watch all of it. It's really good.
You gotta lean in more.
All of it.
Stop. Okay, so basically, like, it's one of those things where I would say before Vyvanse, you guys, hey Jew lady, what about the tunnels? Have you built tunnels underneath the house yet?
No. Maybe if it was like only our house
and someone else was living in the basement.
Yeah. Okay,
so here, let me try to lay this out real quick. Okay, so basically, I would say before Vyvanse, I had what I would call a sufficiently productive day about 30% of the time. That sounds about right, eh? Yeah. Where like a lot of days I'd be trying to do work and I'd be forcing it and it wouldn't be happening, or I'd do way less work than I should, or I'd like do other semi-productive work that wasn't essential, like cleaning the house or something, right? You know what I mean? And there has been some difference since it's been 4 days, so like, there's not gonna be a fucking crazy difference yet, right? And also,
no, so
I'd say watch Gundam. I already watched Gundam.
You're on a really low dose, you know. But...
Yeah. So here's the thing: I was given a 10 milligram dose for the first week, and then a 20 milligram dose after that, right? And so, basically, with 10 milligrams, Dom said it was a
child's dose.
It was a child's dose, right?
Which makes sense.
But also, here's the thing: like on the one hand, Vyvanse isn't like alcohol. So it doesn't like it's not like you need more because you're heavier. I'm a fat guy, right? It's not like that, right? So it'll affect the same amount no matter what. But also, high blood pressure is an issue for me because I'm overweight and I'm out of shape, right? And there definitely has been like
the same.
No.
Being overweight and out of shape.
You can be out of shape and not overweight.
Okay.
Yeah.
You say so.
You definitely can. Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. Okay, I guess. Never mind.
Yeah, of course.
Never mind. It's called being thin fat.
Yes, winter. Wait.
Winter Dev is the laziest Dev.
Yeah, thanks to $2, man. It is
kind
of
no, yeah. Winter and summer Dev are the same Dev.
Are they?
Yes.
Are they really?
Yes.
Yeah, so so here's the thing. I'm still on the initial like ramp in week where the idea is the doctor's like, okay, here, I'll give you 1 week of 10 and then like a month and like 6 weeks or something of 20. And basically this will be like the trial where like the 10 will ramp you up and then the 20 will be where you stay. And I mean, like Dom's on 30. I don't know where. What?
Nothing.
I'm pretty sure that's common.
Yep. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Naomi, yep. Did I say something I shouldn't have said?
I don't know.
Everyone, forget what I just said. Okay. The point is. Okay. Food shops show feet. Jesus. Okay. The point is is that I'm still in the ramp up period, but I have noticed like a little bit of a difference. But it's not like, you know when you get high. Hold on.
You wouldn't know.
No. Lots of people report getting high and they feel it in not just in their body but in their mind.
Yes.
Lots of people get drunk and they feel it not just in their body but in their mind.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I've never felt any drugs in my mind.
That's because you don't take drugs.
Even when I have. Only in my body. Whenever like I've definitely like had enough alcohol to be considered drunk before. And it's only ever affected. It hasn't affected how I think. It's only been like, oh Jesus, I can't fucking move like anything properly. But my brain's like pretty much intact. And
that's weird.
Same with weed, right? Where it's like,
which you've done like once.
No, I've done both of these like a handful of times. Not very much though. It's been like over 10 years.
Devlore.
Yeah. It's been like over 10 years. So I expected that there'd be some sort of effect on Vyvanse, and there hasn't been. I think the exact same way. Yes. People who say like, listen, if you take ADHD medication, you're gonna lose all your creativity. That hasn't happened. Now maybe if I get more, which I'm going to, it might. As if the dose goes up, I might.
Yeah, it's only been a few days. I think you need to like actually take a longer time before you form an opinion.
Yep, that's very true. However, at the same time, I have noticed that my Twitter binges, when I go on them, they don't last 3 to 6 hours anymore. They last about 15 minutes. And then I get bored of them. And then I go do something else. And it's actually no longer, it's like, oh, I can just stop this. It's like, oh, it's no longer appealing to reply to this fucking retard. Right?
Yeah, because you're not chasing that dopamine.
Maybe. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see. I mean, like I said, I just started. So who the fuck knows, right?
Yep.
You're in your mid-30s, all your creativity is gonna anyway. Nah.
That's not true.
I'm still pretty creative.
I mean, what about those like musicians that are still like
still going,
that are like 70 plus still making new music that's actually good?
So, and also like a side effect of it, one is high blood pressure, so I need to keep it. I need to keep
you need to start working out more.
I need to, but also
or at all.
Another part of it is I work like fucking once every 2 weeks right now. The other part of it is it's not attention span. It's not actually affecting my attention span. It's affecting my ability to drop a negative feedback loop of reinforcement. That's what it's affecting, right? So like every tweet on Twitter is like another loop. It's another cycle. And getting the next tweet is always like, when I'm arguing with somebody, it's like the next reply, the next reply, the next reply, and that's all. And each one is its own reward. Like I'm talking about like psychological reward, right?
Yes. Dopamine.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I think it's more serotonin, but whatever.
Either whatever happy drug.
Here's the thing: you're using dopamine in the meme way. I get it. Okay. So, but basically, it gets to the point where it's like for example, lots of people with ADHD, they'll like hyper focus on like a video game for 18 hours a day, which I have done before, right? And it's because video games have this reliable reward pathway where like you're always attracted to the game because you're getting steady. You're getting steady advancement through work in the context of the game. So like every time you do something in the game, it takes a little bit of effort and you get a little bit of reward. And it's the steady feed, which is like which is extremely appealing to people who have ADHD, right? But also, if you're sat down to do something that is very intellectual and very tough, like writing for several hours, that can be harder.
Yep.
And I've definitely been in days where it's like, I need to write this, and I fucking can't get myself to do it because I can't fucking do it, right? So the fact that I was able to write just out of fucking nowhere, I was able to keep my mind on the task of writing this giant script that ended up being an hour and 20-minute recording, like a couple days after taking these pills. Like, oh, maybe I can actually do some of these things now. So here's
this latest cool news thing.
Okay, yeah.
And also, I'm sad that I don't know the tune to that song, so I can't sing the super chat.
Song of Touch. I'm out of shape. I'm out of air. But my blood pressure is sky high. Fat rolls high. You know Out of Touch?
I know. Listen, I know Out of Touch, but like not off of the top of my head. No, listen. All I know is I'm out of touch, and that's all I know
really?
in my head. Yeah,
okay,
that's all I know.
Thanks, Lady Columbia, for the $5. So here's the thing. I actually agree, Miss Sparkles. Like, so on the one hand, like, I genuinely have the ADHD symptoms.
I generally have the ADHD.
The ADHD symptoms.
The ADHD.
Where I'm like, I went down the list and I checked it off and it's like, I do actually do this. I do actually do this. I do actually do this. Check.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, the fact that I came in extremely knowledgeable about the drug and its side effects.
Yep.
I knew exactly what to say. I already knew what form she was going to give me to fill because I found it online, and I already I knew what to say. I knew how to behave. I had it all pre-planned in my head, so it felt like I was faking it.
Yeah, and that's because you make yourself sound like a fucking scammer. I already knew what to say. I researched everything before I did the things. It doesn't matter if the doctor might have said something else because I knew.
No. Let me put it this way. I went in so knowledgeable about the topic that it felt like I could just drip feed her information about myself, which I did, to direct the conversation.
Not making yourself sound better.
To direct a conversation, to direct the conversation towards an endpoint that I wanted, that was the correct endpoint. But nonetheless, I was the one who was in charge of that entire conversation. The doctor was going where I wanted her to go.
You make yourself sound like a scam artist.
And I was just like, well, here's the thing. That's why I felt.
Like a scam artist?
Yes.
Can you make yourself sound like a scam artist?
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
This is not imposter syndrome. This is just Dev being a scammer, even though he needs the drugs.
Everyone does this and they know it.
I don't do that. I just go to the doctor and be like, I am not knowledgeable about this subject, and you are because you took 8 billion years of school for it. So tell me what to
do. So here's the thing. Like a lot of people in the chat are saying, like, this is a bad idea, Dev. You shouldn't be medicating. You should be... Fair enough, right? Here's the thing. Like, if I go on these drugs for a month and they make me worse, I'll go off them. Like, I don't fucking... Like, I'm not like, devoted to... I must be on the drug. No, I want to try it. And so I'm trying it.
I mean, like, so that's the way with, like, antidepressants, too. Like, sometimes for some people, it takes, like so many tries with like each antidepressant to like actually find one that doesn't fuck them up really bad. It fucks them up in the right way, not the bad way. Yeah.
Dev goes in age mentioning when we could get the trucker video based.
One more day.
Okay. You can re-up my bad neuroscience takes if you want, Naxiles. That's fine. Also, hey Naxiles, what's up? Listen, that's what it from editor. Yeah, I know food shops. Okay, here. Listen, guys. Food shops isn't really trans, all right? Food Chops is the kind of person who watched way too much like sissy hypno porn and like looks at way too much like futa hentai, all right? And she completely psyoped herself into becoming a girl. Okay?
Yeah.
Like I know everyone's going after Food Shops for the lolly thing right now, but the real deep lore is that Food Shops is AGP. All right? That's the
Jesus.
I'm trolling, by the way.
Oh no, listen, I know that doctors are shit. I'm actually well aware, but I'm just saying that I don't, like, do all the research and make myself feel like a scam artist when I need something from a doctor.
Luke says Food Shops did nothing wrong, Giga Chat. Okay, so here. Let me put it this way, okay, guys? There's a lot of people who say that it's not a good idea for me to for people to go on meds, including me. And you know what? I kind of agree. Here's the thing. Because there's definitely a way, there's definitely paths where like through enough meditation and through enough like mindful, no, don't roll, I'm not giving some hippie bullshit, all right? Like people change their behaviors all the time through self-improvement. Listen, just because you fucking can't. You can't either. Don't you dare
Says the fucking man who's just like, I want to move in like 2 years after we started dating, and I'm gonna lose all this weight and get my fucking 8-pack. How long has it been? It's been 7 fucking years. You got even fatter, and we're still in the same place.
Yes.
I don't want to fucking hear your rules about. Anyone can just as long as they like do this and this. No, sometimes you just fucking need the medication to take that step to get you there.
It's very possible. Yes.
Yes. No, that's the truth. Sometimes you do. Not everyone does because they have more.
Wait. Let me explain what I'm gonna say, you fuck!
You're
also, hold on. A lot of this is also your fault as to why we're still here, too.
Oh?
So, yes! Yes!
Oh, okay.
Do you want to actually start airing shit on the fucking stream, Naomi?
No.
Then stop! Don't fucking just start pulling real life shit out when I have so much I could say, but I'm holding back so much right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Makes you a bad boyfriend.
For holding back when you're not? Okay, I won't do that then, Naomi. You fuck.
Listen, I'm not the one giving a bad take about fucking shit, like being hypocritical about myself.
I didn't even finish the take. You don't even know if it's bad yet or not. Can you please?
Yeah, but I know you. So
you know what?
It's both.
Shut up. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut up. Yeah, I'm gonna slap you. Okay, here. Get him, Naomi. Okay, here. Let me put it this way, okay? So, there are definitely paths for people who, let's say, they get, like, let's say you take, like an addict who, like, someone who's addicted to, like, League of Legends or something, right? Someone who, like, definitely will spend or like Overwatch, like 18 hours a day on Overwatch and just, like, lose their fucking mind because...
Well, you don't lose your mind unless you lose.
Well, no, yeah, but, like, at the end of that 18-hour League of Legends or Overwatch binge and you, like, turn the computer off, you don't feel good. You're
no,
like,
yeah, you do if you rank up.
No, even if you rank up, like, there's, like, a hollowness to it where you're like...
if you rank up, it's good. If you rank down, it's bad.
No, you fucking degenerate. Listen, all right? You're definitely, like, when you, like, get caught in some sort of, like, cycle of perpetual reward, even if you get more wins than losses, you still feel, like, empty and burnt out after you're done. Right? Do it, no balls. Thanks for the $5, Artemis. But you still feel empty and kind of burnt out. You're like, you know, like, you're like, It, like, there's something there that, like, just, it feels like you fried your brain almost doing, like spending that much time on something because it's just been constantly, like, feedbacking you.
You never played good video games, then.
Sure I have. Dude.
Listen, you've never been able to, like, relax enough to enjoy playing a game for 18 hours, then.
So, when I was, like, a kid or, like, a teenager, this effect that I'm describing did not exist for me.
Yeah, okay.
I could sit there for 18 hours and play a fucking video game and just be like, yeah. But, like, in my 20s, that's when I started to feel like, That's because you were supposed to be doing other things. Yes, well.
Well, no, it's not the fact that if I'm gonna sit around and play a video game for, like, all day on my day off, I'm gonna feel absolute terrible about myself. No, you're only gonna feel bad about yourself if you're supposed to be doing other things.
Even if I had nothing to do. Like, let's say that I was, like, a billionaire.
Okay.
And I had nothing to do, and I could just sit around for 18 hours a day playing a video game. I would still come out of that being like, oh, that's a bit too much.
Only after one day of 18 hours or multiple days of 18 hours?
You know what? Probably, like, I do it once in a while and feel okay. But if I was doing it, like, every day or, like, multiple days in a row, I'd be like, nope.
See, that's understandable.
Nope, that's a bit much. So, like, but here's the thing. You kind of get caught in these feedback loops. These neurological cycles where, like, you're getting, like, the next dopamine hit constantly, right? You get caught in that. And so you're looping and looping and looping and looping and looping. I use the phrase earned dopamine, 18-hour gaming system versus finishing a roof. Makes sense.
Yeah, but I don't even know how to start a roof.
Thanks for $20, man. Yeah, there's definitely, like, it's a personal problem. I'm talking about a personal problem. Thank you for the $20, dude. So, like, here, let me try to wait, the bad gut bacteria accounts for a lot of mood brain issues. There's tons of research on it. Fish your diet before you're trying that farmer crap. Oh, don't worry. My diet's actually a lot better recently, Sammy, for sure. Oh, and you know what? That's another side effect of the fucking drug is my appetite's is decreased by quite a bit.
Rapidly.
Yeah, dude.
It's actually kind of insane.
Day one, my appetite was down, and it's been down ever since.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, I could just not eat. What have we had today? I've had one piece of avocado toast, and I feel like not hungry, but not full. I feel like satiated. Yeah. I can tell if they need ADHD meds or not. The ADHD doesn't apply to me, but maybe I'm just poor on self-motivation or need less caffeine.
See,
so
can I answer this?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so the actual way to be able to tell is that if you can't get yourself to do the things that you know you need to do, like, for a really long, like, if it's been, like, if you're just kind of noticing these symptoms, attempt to try self-discipline. And if self-discipline works, great. But if it's been, like, many, many, many years, and it's just like, oh, well, maybe I'm just poor at self-motivation. Yes, because you need some pills to help you out. maybe. To help out your self-motivation just a little bit. But this is, like, years of noticing
There's one weird trick you can actually apply.
Okay, sure.
Okay, if you drink coffee... Well, no, I make the avocado toast myself. Like, we make it here at home. We don't spend $12 for, like, delivery avocado toast. It's cheap to make at home. We make it ourselves. Okay, so, if you drink coffee and rather than riling you up, it calms you down, then you might actually, like, there's a decent chance you'll respond positively to ADHD meds, because coffee is a stimulant, but it has always calmed me down and, like, made me focus.
Well, isn't that what coffee's supposed to? Coffee's just supposed to wake you up.
But Naomi, you drink it and like bounce around and jitter.
Because I'm not awake beforehand. Just because you wake up and are actually perfectly able to like go and do a task, and I am not, it's different.
They're having these effects on day one. Well, next house, I didn't even get a chance to finish what I was saying because the chat and Naomi pulled me off multiple tracks regarding the dosage. I'm seeing minor effects, and they are ramping up over the course of the days. But the first day, I felt almost nothing. Actually, I also fucked up my first dose too.
Yeah.
So if you take vitamin C with Vyvanse, the vitamin C neutralizes the Vyvanse, and I took like a fucking 500 milligram vitamin C tablet the same time I took the Vyvanse. I didn't know. Mm-hmm. It's fucking funny, dude. And I'm like, wait, nothing happened. It's like, oops. But no, things. I'm actually happy with how things are ramping up. Because I am noticing, like, yeah, I'm able to log off Twitter more. I'm able to not waste so much time on nonsense. I'm able to do more writing. I feel absolutely no need to go snack in the kitchen whenever I'm bored. Like, a lot of things have already changed, and it's quite nice. So I'll probably stay on. Don't take grape juice with your drugs. I'll probably stay on the regimen that I have right now. Mm-hmm. And if after the trial things need to be changed, we'll change them. If not, I'll just, yeah. So here's the thing, right?
You'll just start taking actual meth. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So the other thing I wanted to say though is like a lot of behavioral stuff theoretically can be changed through good habits and good willpower. However, responsible use, I want to make it very clear, responsible use of a prescription medication can often just get you there.
Yep. That's supposed to be the point of like stuff like this, is that it just lets you live like a normie. Mm-hmm. Instead of your secretly depressed self.
Well, it's funny because like Dom described it as getting her to baseline. Yeah. But I don't describe this as getting me to baseline. No. I describe this as getting me over baseline. Yeah. And which is why another reason why I'm like, maybe I actually did just fake it.
Well, no, because like the problem with like ADHD and autism is that it's such a fucking wide spectrum with so many like differing every symptoms and everything, is that well, for some people it might just be like, yes, now you're at the baseline, can act like a normal person. For other people it's like, now I can just actually focus on tasks, and that's all I needed.
Yeah. So for example, like, is it a feedback reward problem when you're like addicted to a video game and you play for 18 hours and you feel terrible afterwards? Yes. But it's also a habits problem. Mm-hmm. And with good habits, you could actually overcome that. And however, it is like a completely uphill battle to have somebody who's already predisposed to engaging in those bad behaviors to build a good habit that allows them to resist those bad behaviors. You can do it, but it's an uphill battle. Well, the ideal use for drugs like this is to get on them so that you can then build the habit, and then even if you get off them, the habit remains because now you have behaviors that are reinforced through just daily routine and not simply a drug of some kind.
So it's kind of like using stone staircases to get to level 100 of the Skull Caverns in Stardew Valley instead of just fighting all the monsters and finding a hole. The meds are the staircases.
Yeah. And the thing is like, there is some virtue in actually fighting your way to that point, because you can then say, like, I actually did it. Like, it's a character thing. I know you don't agree with me, but I think that I generally think that there is.
Sure. Well, then stop taking the meds right now, Dev. Actually build the good habits that you've been saying you needed to build.
So here's the thing. Even though you just chastised me for being stuck in the mud for a couple of years, here's the thing. I've gotten pretty far without any sort of help. More than most people.
Yeah, and I'm proud of you for that.
Yes. Well, but wait, why would you be proud of me? Hold on. If you don't believe, no. If you don't believe that there's any virtue to be found in getting through something based on your own willpower and your own efforts, then why would you be proud of me for doing it as much as I have?
I'm proud of you for...
Oh! Because you know that I'm right.
Fine, I'm never proud of you for anything ever again. Fuck you. Nope. Never mind.
Come on.
No pride. No.
Come on.
I was trying to be nice.
Well, no,
Note to self, don't be nice to Dev ever again.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
But here, I appreciate you being nice.
No.
But
okay.
I just want you to explain it to me.
The fact that you can still do work Okay, you know what?
I
cannot explain
okay.
this.
I want to hear it.
Listen, I can't explain
I'm not
this
complaining.
well enough. But
Thank you, Holtznayer, for the $2. It is pretty good for me so far, yeah.
I will take the mental note not to be nice to you anymore, but I do
not. Why?
I do not have the vocabulary at the moment to explain myself.
Dev's debate brain rot is strong. To be honest, we actually do. I think that actually is a problem on my end. Is like, you'll say something, and I'm like, Naomi, that's the complete opposite thing of this thing that you said like 3 fucking weeks ago that I remember like with pinpoint precision. You're like, what the fuck? And I'm just like, yeah, Naomi, how come you're not consistent? And you're just like, fuck you. I do this a lot, and it probably is a problem on my end. Do you think?
I don't know. Do I?
I don't know. Do you?
I don't think about anything.
oh! Dev, do meth and beat Nooms. Dev doesn't understand women lie. But anyway, yeah, like, it's one of those things where there is virtue if you can get there yourself, but the people who are very puritanical about it and they're like, you should never actually like you. It's like, oh no, fuck that. Like, if you go on drugs for a couple of years and then build a bunch of good habits, then go off of them, and those habits maintain, and you have like a good life, like, what? I don't see a problem with that. You know what I mean? That seems like it's good. It's okay. What do you think?
Sure.
Okay. Listen, just because you're currently mad at me for really bad reasons,
doesn't
mean that you can just not reply on the fucking show.
I did reply. I said sure. I'll also pay more attention to the chat than you because they deserve it. So
you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I got breast implants because of porn. Wait, what? Food shops? Really?
I mean, why not? Breast implants are good.
Dev is doing meth. Yeah.
Giant titties.
Okay, Vyvanse. Like, I know that like meth is the meme, but Vyvanse isn't exactly meth. Yeah. And things are doing actually okay. You know what? Like, it's you know what? Let me put it this way. I am starting to see certain improvements. They are ramping up. I'm liking where this is going. But if things go wrong, I'll stop. But right now, I actually feel pretty okay. The only downside is that I had a heart attack a couple days ago, but that's fine. We'll just get through it. Naomi's giving me like a weird look.
Did you?
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
That doesn't sound like a fucking joke. Jesus Christ!
That's what you get for being mad. You get trolled.
Hi, I'm Devin. I make jokes a lot, but I'm gonna make it in a totally straight tone and then just wait to see if people realize it's a joke, even though I know it doesn't sound like a fucking joke. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm so fucking done with you. I've only been up for like 2 fucking hours. I'm already tired of being alive. God.
$5. I didn't have a heart attack. We're joking. $5.
Don't say we!
$5 from Lives in Dev's Walls. Thanks very much. Stug said he couldn't make it. He told me to tell you you're a butt. Also, hi, Nooms.
Hey, Lives in Dev's Walls. Come comfort me.
We do a little troll. I did figure out, though, that, like, there can be heart issues if you, like, okay, 1, if you have already high blood pressure like I do, because I'm a fatty, and 2, if you have
your high blood pressure 1 wasn't even that bad. It was only a bit higher than normal.
It was higher.
Yeah, okay, only a little.
Okay, hold on.
We literally had this discussion in the car with Dave and Dom.
Okay, I know. What should your blood pressure be? Should be between 90 over 60 and 120 over 80. Okay. High blood pressure is 140 over 90 or higher. Low pressure. Okay. So
yours was 130.
Okay.
It literally the picture right there.
Okay, let's see. Yeah. So I had
hypertension.
I had high blood pressure stage 1 hypertension. So it's like what between 130 and 139 or 180 89. So like I had
that doesn't say 180.
Oh, sorry, 80 and 89. Yeah, so I had I think it was 130 over 100. Okay, which is definitely considered to be high blood pressure. But like they said, like it's high, it should be lower, but you're not in a danger range yet.
Yes, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rock.
So yeah, like because my blood pressure is already
slightly
higher than normal.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, listen, you can take the Vyvanse, however, it does come with higher than normal blood pressure, so you got to keep a watch on it. Like, get some blood pressure tests. If you start to, I give you a person hit Dev. Ow! Thanks to the $2. So
wait, since it's $2, does that mean I get to hit you twice?
No.
Okay. If it's $5, can I hit you twice?
No.
What about 10?
No.
What about 20?
It depends on the message.
Okay.
So basically, I have to like measure it because I'm already kind of over like out of shape. I have to measure it constantly, and I will lose weight, yes, but also like not eating as much will help. But they also said like, listen, do not have coffee around the same time as you have Vyvanse.
Yeah.
Because one, the coffee will actually neutralize the Vyvanse the same way that vitamin C does. But if it doesn't, you'll get hit with like a double dose and it'll like really fuck you up. And I might have had coffee at one day. I think I had coffee too close to the Vyvanse. So I was like, oh, like I was feeling it just for a minute. Wait an hour is what I have to do. Oh, titanium. Are you on Vyvanse? I didn't know that. Titanium. I didn't know that. Wait an hour? Yeah. I mean, that's what I did. I've done that aside from the first day where I fucked it up. I've been doing that pretty consistently, like waiting an hour or two. Yeah. Which sucks. I like having coffee as soon as I wake up, but whatever. You know. Coffee's done. For about 15 years now I've used it. Really? So how is it for you, dude? I'm kind of curious.
Normal.
Eh?
Yes.
I guess if you use it for 15 years, it's just normal now,
yes.
isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That was... All right.
Okay.
Has it really been 40 minutes? Why do you talk so long?
I'm going to open this package. I forgot to set up the camera, though. But I'm going to open the package anyway.
Well, listen, now we won't accidentally dock someone this time,
okay,
so... God, you literally hit the mic. What are you doing?
It makes the autism more powerful. It reins in the ADD. Based. How much do you take, Titanium?
It's a card.
There's a card in here. Hold on. Thanks for the package, whoever it was, by the way. There's peace on her. Look at this button. Look at the button.
Yeah. Does it have a username?
Merry Christmas to the S40. Really? Because I'm on 10 and going on 20 next week.
Well, yeah, because remember what Dom said? That
we're going to keep trying, yeah.
Like a normal is about 30, but like there's like she knows someone who's on 70.
Yeah. Oh my god. 70 sounds wild. Okay. At the rate of Dev's trolling, he will one day say on stream, I have cancer, and Naomi will say good. I know, cardio. I know. I have to do work. I know.
Will definitely do.
Thank you for the $5, Willison. Okay, before you... I guess you're just going to fucking take it out.
I didn't... You can't see it. Only I can see it. Read the card.
Here... Okay, so... I do not recommend 70, 30, or 40 part work for you. Yep. Well, here's the thing, man. Like, this is a trial, right? And actually, because of Canada ridiculous, ridiculous Canadian healthcare, where they kill you sometimes if you're too much of a burden, but you still get decent healthcare otherwise. They gave me this for free. It's like, here, have 6 weeks worth of fucking meth for free, and I'm like, okay, sure, dude. Okay, wishing you peace, wishing you joy. Merry Christmas to the SFO crew. Thank you for the hours of gaming entertainment and political understanding from Dapper Tengu. Thanks, man. Dapper Tengu is one of the true fans. Dapper Tengu is one of the true fans who watches the gaming channel, so he sent me a Christmas card. Thanks very much. Oh. Also, there's like... Okay, you guys know the 4chan meme awesome.png where it's just like a fucking... It's a troll face before a troll face.
Yeah.
It's the yellow emoji where the guy's like has a big wide smile and he's looking up and he's like really annoying. He sent me a button of that, like a pin.
Good.
Yeah. I can now troll. Nice.
Okay, you ready
Honestly,
to see the present?
I like the pins because I put them on my backpack. I have like a backpack full of pins from all these things that I've done over the years.
Yeah,
nice.
Dev's that guy walking down the street.
With like a billion pins, yeah.
Yes,
yeah, that is it, yeah. Awesome.
Are you ready to see the present?
Thank you very much for the card, Dapper Tengu. Thank you.
Present?
And yes, real SFO fans watch the gaming streams, yes. Okay, go ahead. Let's see the present. What do you give? He gave Dangerous. It's Milo Yiannopoulos' book. Oh my god. Wait, is this from before Milo went like full retard?
Oh, is that his dog? That's so cute.
Yeah.
Boop. Yeah. Boop to the dog snoot.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Milo had... I will in a minute. I just want to see the book. Okay. Milo is a right-wing gay guy.
Which I still don't understand in America, but okay.
Yeah, he wrote this in 2017. Yeah, because like he went through like several iterations of his career, and right now he's gone through. He has voluntarily gone through conversion therapy, and he claims that he's now just fully straight.
Lies.
Obviously.
He's just like every other Republican politician who's having sex with young boys on the side.
And now he's like trying to play up like how he's this he's totally this completely reformed straight man who's fully Christian, and he looks like a fucking, unironically, like a fucking meth addict. Like he looks completely like strung out, right?
Well, maybe he actually is strung out.
maybe. But this was written in 2017 when he was still on the rise. And
wait, is Milo? He's not American? What?
No, he was Greek who moved to Britain at a very young age, and then he moved to America when he was older.
Ah, okay. Well, I apologize to the Americans in the chat. I obviously offended.
No. Yeah, Milo went through like several cycles of like just relevance and fading away and relevance, and like he's reinvented himself several times, and it's all been retarded. Milo fell off so hard that Richard Spencer's now higher than him. Yeah, like I saw that Destiny Milo debate like 6 months ago, and Milo looked like a fucking wreck. Okay, Milo looked like what Ken looks like. Ken in the Barbie movie, when he has like the 2 pairs of shades and the big fur coat, like that's amazing. Funny. But Milo actually looked like that, and he's like, I look good, but he also looked like he was fucking like high on drugs the entire time. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Milo, what the fuck?
So he doesn't look this cute anymore?
No,
that's unfortunate.
Here, hold on. So like, let's see, Milo. That's just the milk. Okay, come on.
But just search up his last name, Jesus. You don't even have to spell it. It's right there. It's right there.
Yep.
Damn it, you fucking boomer.
Okay. So, like, yeah, this was like Milo 10 years ago.
Not that cute.
Right? And he had like his moments, right? Like he's
like Justin Bieber.
He's definitely like kind of made a name for himself being like a twink, even though he's right wing. And he kind of went through several iterations of it. But now, Milo in 2023, like,
ooh.
Yeah, he fell off hard, dude?
Well, I think it's also because he doesn't look that great with blonde hair.
Yeah. No, just like a lot of
Wait, go back.
I don't fucking know.
Why
dude.
is there a pacifier?
I don't know.
In that woman's mouth.
But here, compare this, right? Like, this is when he was young, he was still gay, he was
hot,
he was still right wing.
He looks like a pop song.
Yep.
Not a singer, a pop song.
A pop song. But like, compare that to this, and the problem isn't just aging. Like there's aging present, but it's not the problem isn't just aging. It's also that he's completely transformed himself into a completely unlikable person. When at least before, if you hated him, you couldn't deny he had style. Yep. You know what I mean? Like.
Yep. Cause damn. Even with the bags, he's still hot.
Yeah. Like he just. I don't know, dude. Milo really fell off. Yeah. Hold on. Like here, can I see?
All he needs to do is dye his hair back dark, and it'll look better.
Yeah, I'll pull up the video at least. Okay. Like, yeah.
Destiny.
He has blue hair. Yeah, like, what are you doing, buddy?
He doesn't look that bad. His also hair isn't blonde, so he looks better.
Oh yeah, well, it's also the things he's saying and how he's like he's jittering around, he's talking. He was never like this. He looks like he's not even fucking present.
Listen, I don't know. I'm only judging him by his looks. Okay, I'm not going to listen to the crazy gay man talk.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I didn't share the screen. I'm sorry, I forgot. Okay, there's a card, though. Another card. From Dapper Tengu. Thank you. Another spicy book for the SFO library. Put it between Mein Kampf and On the Jewish Question to get those Twitter retards on both sides howling. LOL. Thanks, dude.
Oh, no, number sign. Listen, I am very aware about how unattractive I am, so I know.
So fuck you, number sign. Looks like here's the thing. Everyone has to get old, right?
Not me.
Everyone has to get old.
I'm gonna live and be young forever.
Bullshit, you're already old. Everyone has to get old, okay? Everyone will eventually lose whatever physical appeal they had in their youth. That is it. Even if you stay in good shape throughout your 30s and your 40s and your 50s, one day, if you're still alive, you'll be 100. You'll be a big old bag of wrinkles, and that's just how it is. All right? But there's a difference between, like, aging gracefully and looking pretty good for an old person versus, like, being fucking Madonna. Okay? Kilometers Matt for the $5. Thank you. Hey, Dev, just want to thank you for your political insight. I felt alienated as a black libertarian. Your style of classical liberal ideas fit well. Thank you very much, dude. I'm not a libertarian though, but I'm glad that you at least enjoy my my content. So thank you. I hope it helps you somehow. Yeah, because like here, I will pull this up. Okay,
you're gonna actually share.
I'll actually share the screen this time. Okay. So here, let's see. What was his name? Okay. Yeah, so like, and then I'm gonna pull up.
Ugh, no, can we not look at Madonna?
Nope, we're pulling it up. Okay, so here, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, here I'll bring it in. So, here's Pierce Brosnan with his wife, back in the 90s, and now like he's aged pretty gracefully.
Also, okay. If they're in Hollywood and they are aging gracefully, they've definitely had plastic surgery done, but it's been subtle plastic surgery.
Possibly,
no,
yes.
that's not a possible.
Well, here's the thing. Like, okay, she's 60.
Yeah,
and
she looks great.
She looks good for 60.
She
right?
does, but she's probably had plastic surgery to help make herself look good.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
And like,
which is fine.
Aside from being part of the Hollywood degeneracy, Pierce Brosnan's always said, like, why would I abandon her just because she's getting older? So am I. Yeah. She, we've had kids together. We're a family. Like, I love her. Like, no, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, why should I have some fucking side piece? Like this is my family. And it's like, okay, yeah, fair enough, right? Good. And I mean, like he still looks pretty good.
Yeah, he's hot.
And she looks pretty good for being 60, right?
She's also hot.
Yeah. And then, so like they don't look young anymore is the point, but they still look good.
Silver foxes and cougars are my bread and butter.
Like they look good for their age. You can't be 20 forever, so it's better to accept aging with dignity and do what you can with it.
And subtle plastic surgery.
And this is the good example
with subtle plastic surgery.
Doesn't have to be plastic surgery.
Yes, I'm telling you, if you can afford plastic
here's the plastic surgery. All right,
that's also plastic surgery. It's both.
Here's Madonna. Here's Madonna before, and here's her now, and she looks like a fucking alien.
Yep.
And like, I think she's also in her 60s, and it's like, why would you do this to yourself?
Actually, you know what's a better one? Who's pull up Cher.
Cher? Oh god.
Yeah, you want to really see the unfortunateness? Pull up Cher, because Madonna, you know what? Okay, she still kind of looks the same, but it's weird because we know she's old, but she still like sort of has the same face, and I say sort of.
Yeah, like if you try to stay young for too long, you just look alien.
Yeah, but no, you need to pull up current Cher 2023 versus Cher like 1920s.
This maybe.
Yeah, like it's kind of funny that Cher actually kind of looks okay there, but like you can tell because you can like see the outlines of her cheeks. It's weird. That's also kind of a good picture of current Cher. Yeah. You should see bad pictures of Cher.
I don't fucking know.
That one's not great.
Neither is that one.
Oh, yep.
Oof. Yeah, yeah. She's 77. Yep. When will I feel old? Well, you keep injecting yourself with the blood of infants. So.
Is that Anne Boleyn who did that? No, that was someone else. I don't remember.
But yeah, man, like. This is not accepting aging gracefully.
No.
And you look worse for it. Like, you're an old lady now, Madonna. It sucks, but that's the natural cycle of life. You don't get to be young forever.
Yeah, the point is to be a hot old person, not a hot old, like not an old person who's trying to look young and be hot. You gotta be a hot old person. There was actually what's funny is that like I was with my grandparents and they were like we were all visiting like some of their friends.
Dolly Parton in the 90s
or whatever.
Thanks
and like
man.
There was a lady and she was super fucking hot and she was like 65 or something and she was like super thin and she like just all the style and she looked great.
Yeah, when you move over
right? A bit. No, I can't.
You just did. No problem. Okay. Ow. Okay. SP Elite, $5. Thank you. Dev, your beefs would be over faster if you just stopped arguing and simply called them fucking Oh, okay.
I've been advised.
No, wait. I didn't mean to delete it, but I did. I didn't mean to. Sorry, that was an accident. Can I undelete it? I can't. Nope. Shit. I didn't mean to delete that message. Wow. Sorry, SP Elite.
So much for freedom of speech.
Whoa. Okay. Sigourney Weaver.
Pull her up, Dev.
Okay, I'll take a look.
Search Google, you boomer.
No, I'm going to add 2023.
Sigourney Weaver's still hot.
Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, yeah, she's definitely older, right?
Well, yeah.
She's like an old lady now, yeah.
I want Sigourney Weaver to step on my face.
Really? She looks very old there.
Well, that's also a movie. Yeah. Makeup.
So here's the thing, right? Like, people that guy, it wasn't Number or whatever his name was. He said that like you guys are talking about people who fell off. Like everyone gets old, right? But
no, listen, we already fell off, so ergo we can talk about everyone else.
Everyone gets older, but you don't have to get old just because you get older. You know what I mean? Like,
bye, Sketch.
You can find pictures of me on the show from 10 years, like the gaming channel from like 10 years ago, and I definitely look younger and thinner. That's how it is. Even if I'm at the point now where even if I lose all my fat, I'll probably still look older. That's just the natural cycle of life, right? You don't have to lose your spark just because you get old. But I think chasing youth is what makes people lose their spark in the end.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
That's why I tell you not to dress like a hobo.
I like dressing like a hobo though.
You kind of do.
Every time people complain, it's like, Dad, I'm buying another fucking pair of shorts, another fucking oversized shirt. I am full hobo mode.
But you just said you don't dress like a hobo.
I said I do. No, I said I do.
No.
I said I do.
You just said, no, I don't dress like a hobo, and then you just now said that you do.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Rewind it. Fuck you. Tricky Mario for $5. Seeing those images will forever make me respect Betty White. She aged gracefully and lived just shy of 100. Yeah, man, she did it. Okay, also, listen. Oh, Kilometers Matt for $5. Thank you. As long as you hold to classical liberal ideals and hold both sides accountable, I don't clear political polarity. Honesty is king. Here's the thing about classical liberal ideals, right? Is they're good, but they're incomplete. You can't only be a classical liberal, else everything just falls apart. And it's the main reason why socialists have been undermining liberalism. And honestly, libertarians have the same problem. Like, here, I know a lot of you guys are libertarian. I'm now going to make all of you angry real quick. Okay? Libertarianism and socialism, they ultimately pursue the same goals. Now, they have drastically different methods for achieving those goals, and the methods are so different that they are mortal enemies. But they're still aiming at the same target. All right? They both claim to desire freedom, and they both claim to desire material prosperity, and they both claim to desire human rights. Now, they have very different paths that lead to those goals, to those end states, but they're aiming at the same thing.
Also, you missed a super chat. Whistling.
Oh, did I? Okay, let me scroll back up. Whistling? Where is it?
I don't know.
This one? I said this one. Compared to Dolly Parton.
I don't know. Someone in the chat said you missed it. I don't know.
Yeah, Dolly Parton is also fucking like terrible. Yeah, she's. Yeah. Here goes Dev talking. No, it's true. It's true. Yep, of course it's true. Yes. How is it not true? It's totally true. He's right when you think about the basic president. Of course. Think about it. Like, so if you ask a libertarian, what do you want? He'll say freedom. He might even say equality, depending, at least like equality of access. Because, you know, if you remove monopolies from the market, you have equality of access to the market, right? So freedom, equality, maybe. Material wealth and prosperity. Human rights, you know. Then you ask a socialist, they'll say the same thing. Socialists will say, I also want material prosperity. I also want freedom. I also want rights.
Wait, I thought... no, that's communism. Never mind.
However, they just have very, very, very different ideas on how to achieve those ends, but they have the same ends. Now, if you talk to somebody who is completely different, someone who says, I don't want freedom, I want order, now he's actually aiming at a different target, right? So, libertarians and socialists, they... in some very strange ways, they're two sides of the same coin. Because they want the same things. They just have very, very different ideas on how to get those things. And if you want to be safe and secure and you don't really care about freedom, that is something different, yeah. Yeah, see, here's the thing. Adherent to company, yeah. Communism's freedoms are not freedom. But here's the thing, right? That criticism, even though I agree with it, that is you simply saying, hey, the socialist says he wants freedom, but socialism won't give him freedom. So you're not arguing over you're arguing over whether or not the method will get you to the end point. You're not arguing over the end point itself. You understand? Sierra 7, $10. There are actually a lot of former right-wing libertarians that swap to be a bit more authoritarian because eventually they see how libertarianism can't sustain itself from being undermined by socialists. Yes, exactly. So a lot of libertarians, either they leave their ideas undeveloped, which does happen a fair amount, frankly. They become more authoritarian over time because they understand that you need some sort of social fabric to hold the whole freedom thing together. And that's like, I think like Dankula's slowly going that way. Scrump definitely went that way. Or they become more left-wing, right? And for example, that's kind of how Lilith drifted over time. So I think like libertarianism is like an unstable position that reads in that falls in a certain direction. Rest is $2. Libertarian response is actually leave me alone. Oh, there is a coin. Oh, there's a cool. There's Dapper Tengu, thank you. There's a Piranha Plant coin in here. Super Mario. Oh, thanks very much, dude. You can flip this coin. Piranha Plant or logo. Not heads or tails. Actually, would this be heads? And this would be tails, probably?
Yes, because there's no head. Well, I mean, unless you count Toad's head on the other side, but it's so small.
You just dropped it under the desk.
I did. I dropped it under the desk.
Well, it's down there now.
We'll get it later.
Yep. Alright. I sent a video of a dude saying that Dev has socialism wrong. The title says it's for SFO fans. Okay, I'll look at it later. Thanks, Miss Sparkles. $2. Real Holtzner. Dev, did you read my $10 super? I'm sure I did. Surely I did.
I don't think we've actually missed any.
I don't think we have. Yeah. $5 from Lives and Does Walls. Thank you. I'm willing to hear arguments, but you need a stronger case than they both want good things. The stated end vision looks very different. It really doesn't in some ways, right? If you were to ask them about their ideal society, both of them will say, well, individuals can prosper and be free and flourish, and they'll have their idea, but it's all utopian bullshit, right? And also, here's the thing. When you say they both want good things, that presumes that these things are good, right? Like, you're presuming that freedom and equality and human rights and material prosperity are all good things. And for me, those can be good things in some instances, and they can also be very bad things in other instances, which is why I'm not on the libertarian socialist spectrum. Have you missed 5 of my bit chats on Twitch? Oh no, Blonde. Oh, you can't fucking insult me by spending $1 to give a giant fucking paragraph anymore? Fuck you. Okay, I'll go look at him. Fuck. Okay, let's see this bullshit. Okay. Hi, Naomi. Yes, this is the Milo book is from before he went full retard. I was actually supposed to get a signed copy of his book, but I realized he was fucked, so I never put in my address. That's funny. Naomi, why do you hate your fellow blondes? Need some water too, actually.
I don't know. I hate everyone equally.
I could be wrong, but the old photo on the right might have been Brosnan's first wife who died before he became James Bond. Maybe so. But he has been dating her for married to her for years and decades, So. Okay, so. Should we actually get on to the...
I mean, it has been in a full hour.
It's fine. We're having fun. We're hanging out. You guys don't want to hang out?
I don't know. You know what would probably be better is that we did this and then and then you finally get to the articles. But after we're done the stream, if you are the person that puts in the timestamp of when the articles actually start in one of the comments and pin it.
No, someone else already does that.
No, they don't.
Hold on. Kilometers Matt for $5. Thanks for shattering my beliefs, Dev. I'm now an anarcho-communist, demi-queer, trans femboy. Nice, based. Yeah, the reason that I'm a liberal and not a libertarian is because there's obviously a place for government. Sometimes there's actually a place for very heavy government intervention, depending on what we're talking about. And to ideologically be committed to the government should do everything or the government should do nothing. I think those are both failed positions. No, I don't want my coworkers having votes on what luxury goods am I allowed to purchase with my personal earnings. See, Good Emperor, that is again a conversation about methods, right? Because the libertarian will say, coworkers having votes on what luxury goods you can purchase, that will lead to less freedom. But a socialist would say, coworkers having votes on what luxury goods I'm allowed to purchase will lead to more freedom. So you're disagreeing on method, but not on goal. The way out of the trap is to understand that you actually shouldn't be advocating for freedom at all times. Sometimes you actually want less freedom, which I know it's a very bitter pill to swallow for Westerners to actually have to understand, because every Western political school of thought, whether it's liberalism or socialism or libertarianism or even conservatism, they all advocate for different types of freedom, different ways to get more freedom, but sometimes freedom's actually bad. Just depends what we're talking about.
Pedos.
Yes. Well, oh fuck, there was oh god, I came across a fucking take from some socialist who was like, hot take, but if the child's enjoying it and isn't injured, it doesn't matter if she can if liberal society thinks she can consent or not.
Okay, I want that person
to
actually be...
That's an argument from freedom, because it's about consent. And
listen, I want that person to be raped in the ass with a cactus.
It's so ridiculous.
And then be like, oh, well, no, you consented. Also, it's
okay. That person was named Food Shops. No, I'm kidding.
If I had a gun and I ever heard someone say that in real life, I would just immediately shoot them. I don't care if I go to jail. I actually would. Oh my god, dude. I 100% fucking would. This is one of the reasons why I don't let myself own a gun. I would kill too many people.
Kilometers Matt, $2. I'm not that far libertarian, although I'm semi-moderate. Okay, here's another like black pill for libertarians, right? I know that you guys like to divide up positive and negative rights, but they're actually the same thing, just from two different points of view. And you cannot truly divide them up. And in fact, the mechanism by which you divide them up, which is basically defining who the initial aggressor is, that only makes sense if you value libertarian principles. And if you don't, because sometimes there actually is a good reason to aggress upon somebody else, if you don't, then the whole thing falls apart. But that's, I don't know. I feel like Marty McFly being like, "You guys aren't ready for that one yet." You guys aren't ready for that one yet. Let's see. I do have news articles we can talk about if you want.
Probably should.
Should we talk about the news articles?
You probably should.
Okay. Acknowledge me. Hi, Nova. $2 from Blonde. Thank you. Naomi killed plenty of people with a machete.
Yeah. But listen, now that people know that I did, I can't use a machete anymore. That's the way it goes. Gotta change it up. Add some pizzazz to my murders.
Bro, what the fuck? Hey, Food Shops. Any example of bad freedom is overshadowed by the negative consequences of the externalities of restricting freedom in the first place. That's not true at all. That's not a universal rule. No.
I like how this heart thing is just blocking.
It's right in the way of the fucking chat.
Why is YouTube so bad at everything? Is this
Dev's NRX route? Here's the thing, all right? Because, well, no, Food Shops will know this because she's been going through the open-lettered, open-minded progressives. The neo-reactionaries have their place in politics. They have good critiques of things sometimes, but their solutions are ultimately not convincing. But they've identified real problems, and most liberals ignore those problems by simply screaming, "You guys are fascists," which is not it's not an intellectually satisfying answer.
Oh,
Wait, hold on, Sparkles.
Miss Sparkles, listen.
No, wait. If you send the glitter package, send it soon because we're moving soon.
Okay, well, listen, our place is covered in glitter, because for those of you who watch the gaming streams, you know I have to wear a peach dress, which I do not look good in, but...
Yeah, I think you look good in it.
But, the thing is covered in glitter, and so now there's just pink glitter everywhere, all over the house. We just keep randomly finding it on everything. And I don't even go that many places in the house while I'm wearing that dress. So, you can, but it's already covered in glitter. Glitter and sparkles. Also from Dave's fairy wings, which he likes to wear all the time around the house off camera.
Okay. It got into the vents. Oh.
Sorry.
Put more glitter on Naomi and Dave. Okay, we'll do. Okay. She's trained you well, Dev. What do you mean? Listen, I say she looks good in the dress. I think she's good in the dress.
And
listen,
I do not.
If Naomi puts on something I don't like, I'm going to tell her. I'm not that fucking cuck. I'd be like, does my ass look fat in this? It'll be like, yes or no. I'll just say it.
My ass looks fat all the time because it's fat.
Well, that's pretty
good. Yeah.
SP Elite. Okay, Dev, baby, I'm sorry, but you have Trump derangement syndrome late. It's okay, though. Nah, I don't. No. Here's the thing. Trump derangement syndrome is marked by people who can't articulate when they don't like Trump. I can articulate it very easily. It's not like he's orange or he's evil or he's a fat. No, like I can actually tell you why I don't like him. It's easy.
It's because he's orange and rich.
Oh. Fuck you.
Okay, we should start the articles.
Throwing a flashbang.
Nope.
Thanks,
Articles.
Dragon Master.
Articles.
Is it article time,
It's
guys?
article time. It's been an hour.
Article
It's
time.
been an hour and 10 minutes.
Wait, hold on. I need. Wait.
God, guys, stop!
For a minute. Blonde, thanks for the $5. Div, I'm sitting for you so hard, you better get on your knees and call me master. And if I give you one bit, you say thank you, master, and you look good. Damn, fuck you.
Thanks, Blonde.
Okay, so, Artemis Fowl. I'm going to call out Artemis specifically because he's the only guy I know who might.
You promised
Shut up!
I'm not. Promise not to bring up Trump.
I never fucking said. What the fuck's wrong with you? I'm just saying fucking Trump.
You just. How am I supposed to know?
Well, because then how about you let me fucking say it first? You dumbo.
You're a dumbo.
You're a dumbo. Okay, hold on. Artemis, are you even still there?
No.
Oh, Starhawk's $5. Dev, you're breaking my heart. You're going to a bath I can't follow. No. Oh. Sierra 7 for $10. Thank you. Hot take. Anorex accelerationists and neo left-wing people are converging towards the same conclusions, but accelerationists want to make the problem worse. Lefts have no idea what to do. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I don't think Artemis is here. If Artemis isn't here, I guess I won't.
Yes, don't.
I guess I won't.
So,
feels bad though. Feels bad. I wanted to.
Articles.
Yeah. It wasn't even about Trump. You fuck.
I don't care. Some other goddamn political thing, and we've been talking for an hour about literally nothing.
No, hold on. I want to ask Artemis what it would take to get one of those fat $100 super chats, because he sometimes drops like $100 or $300 for like, listen, if you play a certain game or you watch a certain movie or you do a certain video on a certain topic, I'll give you a big fat super chat. And to be honest, I want one of those big fat Artemis requisitions because I'm willing to do a video now. Now that I'm all Vivanced up,
I can answer your question.
Now that I'm all Vivanced up, I can sit down and watch and do a review of whatever the fuck.
I can answer your question.
What was that?
It's called you gotta suck his dick more and believe in his views rather than having your own.
Okay. I went back and looked. You skipped my $10 super before you skipped the package. Okay.
Was it?
I'll go look back. Okay, I'll go look. I'll go look real quick.
We'll go look before we do articles.
Okay, I'll go look real quick.
Sorry.
Real quick.
Stop.
Oh. Your time isn't worth as much as Arch's. Fuck you.
See? Gotta suck his dick more.
Oh no!
Gotta FaceTime live and make those motions. Yep.
Okay, let's see if we can actually find it.
Supers. Just scroll down until you see $10. Sierra, nope. There we go.
No, I did answer this one.
Yeah.
I think there is virtue in doing it without meds, and I think there is virtue in having the humility and awareness to take meds if you need them, rather than trying the same thing that doesn't work. Yeah. So, like, if you can build positive habits such that you don't need the medication, you should do that. If you do need the medication, then that's also fine, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I completely agree. That's what I was saying. See, this was my take, and you didn't even let me fucking get it out because you just raged out when I said there is virtue doing it without meds. I was going to say the other half of it, and you just fucking lost it.
Listen, all I did was roll my eyes. You're the one who reacted.
No, you fuck.
That's what happened.
Maybe he'll do it if you add a dev beg emo. You fucks. You fucks. Yeah. Actually, no, I'll do it before we start. Even though it's been like an hour.
Jesus. It's all good, Holtzinator. You know what? I think we both might have read it and then like didn't like totally respond to it out loud.
Maybe. Yeah, but yeah, thank you for all the donations today, Holtzinator. Probably haven't tried building positive habits. Oh, I absolutely have, Starhawks. Here's the thing. I've built a ton of positive habits over the years. My habits like 10 years ago were fucking
I actually can
abysmal.
Confirm that Dev actually has a lot of positive habits.
Wrong Artemis, but hey, Artemis 2. Yeah. Okay. So let's get on the road. On the road again. On the road again. It's okay, Dev. You have a different Artemis in the chat. Okay.
Goodbye. Partial goodbye, chat, because now you're small and I can't read you.
Now you're smaller, yeah.
Just pop it out, make it big. I don't need to see the rest of the screen.
I want to see what's going on here.
Why?
Shut up. So,
alright.
Here's the P.O. box, as always. Actually, when we move, the P.O. box is up in July. Should we just like keep it here for 3 months before we move it?
I'm not driving 6 hours to check on a PO box.
Well, no, of course, but like, we'll probably come back to visit at some point. My parents, so we'll just check it on the way back, like once or twice.
No,
I can't close it. You already paid for it.
They send packages.
Here's the PO box, by the way. Send your packages to this address, and also donate to the channel some more. I really do appreciate it. You were saying?
I was saying that just make sure to tell everyone not to send stuff.
Wait, are you abusing my fucking back scratcher?
Yes.
Why?
Because I can.
Give me that.
No, fuck you.
It's mine.
It's mine.
It's mine.
I don't care. It's mine now, bitch.
You know what? Here, I'll scratch. I'll scratch you.
No, don't. Stop it.
Ow.
Stop it.
I don't want to use it. My back's itchy too. Give me. Listen, it's my back scratcher. I get priority.
I saw your hello message, Nova. Dev was just going on a long rant, so I couldn't respond.
Ooh. Try and get the OP box redirect. Is that a thing?
Honestly, shortly before, we should just ask if we can get them redirected to somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, I can just redirect. I can like get another PO box, redirect it to where we go. Exactly. Yeah, I think it's possible. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we're getting it redirected, we could probably get it redirected to our actual address and then like set up a PO box there.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah. Yes.
Thanks, Mond. God, Dev, shut.
No, shut up. I'm telling him.
SP Elite for $5 while Dev's typing. That's why I said TDS Light. You're not a skitcho about it, but you do just have the worst takes about him. Debate sticks about him, though. He's literally an orange? He's literally orange. Imagine if we got on the news today. I know, Dagoth, I know.
Okay.
Hey, honey bun.
$5 from SP.
I already read it.
Oh. Well,
yeah, while you were typing.
Sure.
God.
Okay. Let's get to the news. That is a different thing. That's also a fascist newsletter. Listen, it's for research. Don't fucking think anything.
Too late.
Don't do it.
Suspicious.
Okay, let's go. On to the articles for today. Nintendo Switch 2 will reportedly feature a 120Hz display.
Oh, I sent this to you.
Yeah. New details regarding hardware specs for the upcoming successor to the Nintendo Switch, dubbed the Switch 2, have been revealed. The handheld will feature 120Hz display. So that means that that in handheld mode it can go up to 120 frames per second, which is way most computers run between 30 and 60.
Mm-hmm. Well, wasn't there
more than 60 is kind of overkill, frankly.
Wasn't there that research that you actually can't see over like 30 frames a second?
Yeah, that was all bullshit.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was bullshit.
If you say so.
Yeah, everyone says that, but it's like, yeah, it's bullshit. But this is happening.
Hooray! Yeah. Wait, is it gonna look like that?
No, this is just a mock-up. Yeah.
Okay.
We're supposed to learn. Here's the thing: people are saying that the Switch will probably release next Christmas, which means we'll probably learn about it sometime in the next few months.
So I want to
next Switch.
I want to say that I think I found this on Reddit, and so I was reading the comments, and people.
Naomi's a Redditor.
Yes. So I was reading the comments, and people were just like, "Oh man, Nintendo never puts out like anything that's current gen. It's always like." It's the power of the PS4, which is like
that's been the case since GameCube, yeah.
I agree. However, everyone keeps forgetting that this is also a handheld console, and it's primarily a handheld console. So it having the power of a PS4 as a handheld console is actually really fucking cool.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So the GameCube came out, and the GameCube was roughly on par graphics-wise with the PS2 and the original Xbox.
Yeah.
They were pretty much all the same.
Yeah.
And then the Wii comes out. And the Wii was not much better than the GameCube. So therefore, it was one generation behind the PS3 and 360, which were about comparable. Mm-hmm. Which is why the Wii didn't get all the multi-platform games that PS3 and 360 did. But what the Wii did get, it had the Wii Remote, and it had the huge install base, so people started putting out a bunch of cool things on it. Then when the Wii U came out, the Wii U was about the strength of the PS3 and the 360.
Yep.
So in the PS4 and the Xbox One came out, they were again one generation ahead.
Yeah.
So the Wii U got a few of those PS3 and 360 games. It got a few of those initial entry level PS4 games, but for the most part, the PS4 outclassed the Wii U. Right now, the Switch came out, and the Switch seems to be more powerful than the Wii U, but not by much.
Mm-hmm.
So Nintendo has definitely said, you know what? We're not going to go with better hardware. We're going to go with other things that make the game, the system,
make the console unique.
That make the console unique. So the Wii Remote was a success. The Wii U gamepad was not. Mm-hmm. And the Switch, the idea of having, like, the Joy-Cons are basically just Wii Remotes, but they're much better. And the idea that it's both a handheld and a docked platform is also pretty incredible. Right? So, and also, like, Nintendo basically started a new era of handheld gaming, because after the Switch success, that's when you saw the Steam Deck.
Yep.
That's when you saw, like, the ROG handheld.
Yep.
That's when you saw, like, all these other handhelds were showing up, because Nintendo proved that, you can actually have a devoted portable gaming device that also docks with your TV, so you can use it in both modes.
Yep.
Like, the Switch was a massive success.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I have a feeling, because Nintendo has had this back and forth with, like, one generation's been a success, one generation's been a failure pretty consistently now for a while. If the Switch 2 is just the same thing as the Switch, but with better graphics, it might not be a very big success.
Might not. That's fair.
I'm still gonna get it though. I like Nintendo.
Yeah. Read the thingy.
Mark the Cyborg. Hey, Mark. Mark, I didn't know. Or actually, I think I knew, but I forgot that your girlfriend was X-Ray Girl, right? Mark the Cyborg. Low target fidelity spec means games which don't cost hundreds of millions to make. Nintendo can be dumb, but their dev target philosophy is based. Yes, that's true. The only issue is that, like, when the big multi-platform games come out, they're always not on Nintendo systems, and that can be a problem, right?
Yeah.
So, like, when, like, what's a big multi-platform game right now?
Right now?
Yeah, because
Gate 3.
Yeah, like, if that's on, is that even on console?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep, it's on PS4 and Xbox.
You mean PS5?
PS5 and Xbox.
But it's not.
I don't know the
but it's not on Switch,
current
right?
gens
It's
anymore.
not on the Switch,
it's not
right?
on the Switch. No.
Like, before, it was like the Arkham games, right? Those are big multi-platform games.
Well,
Nintendo didn't get them.
The Arkham games are now on the Switch, I believe.
Yeah, well, yeah, but they're like 10 years old now. Like,
I know.
When they first came out, they weren't on Nintendo's console,
No,
right?
They weren't.
Yeah. What's the deal with V and his audience seemingly having derangement syndrome towards you? Here's the thing, Quinn. It's because V and his audience, and I am critiquing V now, but we are friends, and this is not me backstabbing him. I've told him this to his face. We have our disagreements, but we are still good friends. V believes in some things that personally I think are wrong. However, he and his audience have actually built an echo chamber where they're not challenged. And because I'm somebody who consistently shows up in his orbit and challenges him publicly, I think his audience really doesn't like that, right? His audience have, in their own way, become the same snowflakes. I hate saying that but it is true. The same snowflakes that, like, left-wingers were, 5-10 years ago, where they didn't accept any dissenting opinion. They didn't accept any sort of disagreement, and they just get irrationally angry and attack the person who's making the
opposite point.
Yeah, the opposite point. Yeah, who's having the other opinion. All right. A lot of right-wingers are finding themselves in this sphere now. Now, to Arch's credit, Arch is somebody whose audience definitely acts like V's, but Arch himself isn't like that. Arch will actually accept other points of view, and he'll
Wait, does V not accept other points of view?
Here's the thing: we have civil conversations about it for sure, but they definitely don't really go anywhere. The conversations with Arch do. The conversations with V don't really.
Wow. Dev bashing his friends live.
No, because
bashing.
It's not the same thing as bashing. None of this means that I dislike V or anything. Okay, I'm just seeing. Let me see.
You haven't missed anything else. I've been checking.
Yeah.
I pay attention to the chat, unlike you.
Hold on. V is good people. I'm pretty far removed from this echo chamber aspect, if it really exists. Of course it exists. Hold on. Here, I'm going to show you this. All right.
This is not articles. We've gotten to the first
Shut
one.
up.
It's VEE, Nova. It's the first one.
Okay, hold on. No. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Got it. Okay, so An epistemic bubble is a social epistemic structure in which other relevant voices have been left out, perhaps accidentally. So, an epistemic bubble is when like you believe in an idea X because everyone that you see around you also believes in idea X. You go on social media, your entire feed is just idea X. You turn on the TV, it's all idea X. You just see, so idea Y, you don't believe in idea Y because you're never exposed to it, right? And then an echo chamber is a social epistemic structure from which other relevant voices have been actively excluded and discredited. So, an echo chamber is when everyone believes in idea X, but as soon as you encounter idea Y, you don't actually deal with idea Y, you simply discredit the source that it came from, right? So, if you were to walk up and say to the echo chamber, say, "Hey, this is idea Y," they don't actually debate with you over the merits of idea X versus idea Y. They say, "Hey, you're a bad faith person. Therefore, I won't even consider your idea." Or, "Oh, that idea came from an institution that I don't like. Oh, that's obviously biased. We can't trust them." It's attacking the source of the new knowledge because it doesn't fit with your current worldview, right? That's what's going on.
Don't you do that sometimes?
No.
You sure?
No. Okay. In instances in which I have in the past, I've tried not to do that recently. Like, here's the thing. I don't like Vosh at all. I think all of his ideas are bad. But this idea is bad because Vosh said it is a poor reason for it being a bad idea.
Okay.
Right? You have to have a reason outside of that. $5 from Artemis, I'm telling V. Yeah, Artemis, you fuck. You came back for that.
Also lives in Dev's walls. No, it would not help because Dev would like that too much.
Fuck you. I don't even know what you're saying, but fuck you. Yeah. You do that, Dev? No, I don't. So here's the thing. Like, when someone says, so, to use the obvious example, we're not going to go down a rabbit hole, right? When someone says something positive about Trump, I don't be like, "That guy's a fucking right-winger. He's obviously fucking, like, I can't trust him." Like, no. I'll say, okay, I'll look at the evidence. Let's take a look at it. What does it say about Trump? I'll read through it. This doesn't make sense. Okay, here's why I think this is wrong. Like, it's not just attacking the source of the information because you don't like the outcome. It is actually examining what is there and saying, oh, the actual content itself doesn't hold up to scrutiny. That's the difference. If this is because people keep calling you bad faith, maybe we shouldn't be calling others hypocrites by adopting hypocrisy. Oh, no. Here's the thing. I will just spitefully be a hypocrite towards hypocrites until you fucking stop. Simple as that.
Okay. Cool.
Let's go back.
Nope. End of conversation. Back to the Switch 2.
Yes.
Exit. Good boy.
You know what?
Ow!
Beatings.
Ow!
Okay, so anyway, Taiwan's Economic Daily has reported a new rumor regarding the hardware specs for the Nintendo Switch 2. The sources mentioned that the console maker is ready to launch the new Switch this year in 2024 as per market expectations. However, due to constraints such as global inflation, the new product will retail for $100 more than the Switch. It'll be $400 to get it rather than $300 the Switch was. The Switch was $300 in 2017. There's been some inflation. It's like, okay, that's just kind of how it is. Yeah. SFO entering his Trolls Remorse phase? No. What the fuck? I don't regret any of the trolling that I did before. Trolling's fun. Ethan Rogers, $10. TBS Dev, you can be the same way on certain things. I've seen you not respond to points that seem valid when you'll respond to others. Feels like y'all both have this habit to some degree. No. And here's why. There's just a practical reality of how many comments I can respond to, right? There will always be good arguments that slip through the cracks because it's a random chatter or a random commenter and I can't read them all and I can't respond to them all, right? That's just how it is. But like when I'm sitting across the table with V and we have real disagreements, all right? He might send me certain points and I'll be like, let's examine these, okay? And okay, here's why I think this one's right. Here's why I think this one's wrong. When I send V my points, he tends to say, I don't believe this because of the source that it comes from, not because of what's actually said in the argument. That's the difference, okay? And again, none of this is a slight against V, all right? We're still friends. We're still good. $5 if it does walls. Thanks for explaining the concept of an echo chamber. Could you explain it again more slowly? I'm not sure my poor wall brain can take it. Really? Basically, an echo chamber is not only a place in which you encounter one idea. It's when you attack the legitimacy of other ideas rather than actually dealing with them. Okay, so here's the specs of the Switch 2. The NVIDIA T239 processor. What is that? Oh, is all I was going to say. Oh, yeah, it's a Tegra. Yeah, because Tegras are like their tablet chips. Okay, it makes sense. 8 gigabytes of memory. That's not very much. Like, computers have 32, 64, 128 gigabytes of memory now. Like, why does that only have 8? 64 gigabytes of internal storage. This seems like, even for like a Switch, like this is what you'd expect a tablet from 10 years ago to have. Even for a like, hold on.
Well, maybe they fucked themselves over already.
That is not true, Apple's ghost. You are saying inaccurate things about me and kind of proving my point what I'm saying. Okay, hold on. Switch RAM. Okay, the Switch has 4 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. This one has 8. Switch internal storage. 32 gigs. That's not 64. So it is an improvement, but like I would have expected maybe 16 gigs of memory, maybe a terabyte of storage. Like,
considering how big games are getting nowadays,
yeah, it seems like not.
Bigger.
Yeah.
Yep.
My PC has 128 gigs of RAM. Yeah, like all my PCs have 64 gigabytes of RAM, and 64 is more than enough for almost everything you have to do nowadays, right?
Yeah.
The one that I buy next will have 128. Yeah. Yeah, like it just, these are phone specs. Yeah, like I was calling you condescending. Says $2. Oh. Well, do it again in a super chat. Yeah, this is not enough. I think the chat's agreeing. Like, this is not enough, dude.
Well, I guess Nintendo is just following its pattern.
Maybe.
One good console, one bad.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, like I have a Fairphone 4. Fairphone 4 specs. Display, yeah.
Memory, 128 gigabytes, 6 gigabytes of RAM.
No, this is 6 gigabytes of RAM and internal storage of 128. So like my phone has more internal storage and roughly the same amount of RAM.
Yep.
Like,
well, Nintendo's dumb.
This is like, I understand making an underpowered system.
Yeah.
To put it out at a lower price.
Yep.
And work in other interesting things instead.
Yep.
I understand that.
Yes.
Even for that, this is too low. Like, I think this needs to be 16 or 32 megs. And this has got to be like 10 times the storage.
Yep.
Like, this ain't working, man. This ain't working.
Nope.
V believes what he does because he and his family lived under Costco, or I can't pronounce this guy's name. I know he is though, and knows how bad socialism can get. That's all true, CJR. Like, I agree with you, right? But this is why I've been telling him. He hasn't accepted this logic, but I've been telling him this whole time. The difference is between our societies, right? He lives in a low trust society, and you know the liberal capitalist democratic West is not a low trust society. That's the issue, right? Which is why they're different. He keeps falling back and making the joke about it's like a race thing or like an ethnicity thing. It's not. It's a culture thing for sure. Ernest Fowl, $5. Common and 10 cuck L. Thanks, man. You fucker. Jiggy Calzone, $5. Dev, on your echo chamber comment, one thing that concerns me is seeing right-wing forms slide into the same maturity spiral that destroyed the left. Of course, yeah, it's going to happen. It's not possible to stop it at this point. The right wing's going to go insane. Of course they will. The right wing will cobble itself into a fucking rampaging monster that'll just consume itself from the inside out, just like the left did.
Read Brian's comment. No, not Brian's. Where did it go? I lost it. Shit. There it is. Nope.
Which one?
X. That one.
Zero Kitsune? The PS5 only has 16 gigs of RAM. The PS4 had 8 gigs of RAM. Yeah, okay. Well then, maybe it just needs 16. Okay, yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Because this is coming out. Actually, they've been saying there's going to be a Nintendo Switch probably in January, February. What are you doing scratching everything?
You're not supposed to crack.
Don't complain about me cracking my knuckles. You're scratching your whole fucking body. Get out of here.
I forgot to moisturize last night. It's not my fault. Even though it is.
LOL at Dev thinking we still live in a high trust society. You know what, dude? If you actually think we don't go the fuck outside, you've been on Twitter too long. Article 2.
15 minutes later.
Chilling moment. Brother carries his 18-year-old sister's severed head to a police station in a sack after decapitating her for trying to marry against her family's wishes in India.
God, wow, that's really sad. Why do you always have sad articles?
There's actually a lot of sad articles today, so get used to it.
No!
$20 from Tara Shavenko. Thank you. Switch doesn't have to have 200 Google Chrome tabs. And open and watching Twitch, YouTube streams, and monitors 2 and 3 while gaming. That's all true. Yes, that's true. Zamzi, thanks for becoming a member. Love your content. Recommending the Divine Comedy translated by John Kikardi for reading. To me, it lays out a rational framework for divinity. I'll check it out. Thank you. That there. Holstein for $5. You and V are both right, but you're playing different games. He wants to stop the left. You want to find what's true, generally. Yes, and that is the difference between us. I think that if your ideology is not aligned with the truth, it will inevitably fail. Doesn't matter whether you have power or not. Doesn't matter if you're on the left or the right or whatever. Truth should be the goal. So, let's read it. A brother beheaded his teenage sister for trying to marry against the family's wishes in India, before carrying her severed head towards a police station in a sack. Ashifa, an 18-year-old woman who lived in Barabanki, Uttar Pradesh, had eloped with her partner, Chand Babu. They were both from the same village of Mithwara. However, her 22-year-old brother, Riaz, disliked the match and murdered her in a horrific honor killing for carrying her severed head in a bag. In chilling footage, he can be seen walking towards Fatefur police station carrying Jesus Christ, Ashifa's head. Members of the public saw him with a blood-soaked bag and reported him to police. The young woman had wanted to marry a man of her choice, but her father, Abdul Rashid, and brother Riaz were against it. What? Jesus Christ. Fucking barbarians, dude.
I'm never visiting India ever.
We should not have allowed India to be independent.
Jesus, Dev.
They're going to do this with their freedom.
Okay, I want to point out...
We should have ruled them over with an iron fist until they lost all of their cultural diversity and values and made them completely copies of us.
Dev, there's people in America who do shit like this.
Yes, we should also rule over them too.
You want to be American. You can't say you want to rule over America as a Canadian.
Well, hold on.
You want to be in a fucking American.
What American beheaded his fucking sister though?
I bet you if you search up American beheadings that you will find something.
Okay. Are they going to be Muslim immigrants?
No.
Okay. Let's see. Hold on. American beheadings.
Modern beheadings. Nope.
Death penalty.
Nope.
Oh, look. Beheading can be linked to Middle Eastern culture. Okay, so not those.
Nope.
Botched executions. Nope. Okay, I'm not finding anything. Let's go to news.
There's nothing. Executions.
There's nothing, dude. It doesn't happen, Naomi, because there's actually a difference in culture, Naomi.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, it doesn't happen.
Fine, maybe not beheadings, but still really fucked up shit.
Of course, yes. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Listen.
There's some fucked up things for sure. $5. Artemis, if your ideology constantly finds you on the side that gets conclusions wrong, is the ideology wrong or reality? But I'm not, though, Artemis. That's the point. That's been the point of all of our arguments recently, Artemis, is that every time you bring up evidence, I'm like, this looks interesting, and I look into it, and you're wrong.
Can the chat see the most? Also, I just want to point out in this very sad article, these are two really hot women.
Yeah, Naomi. Being us back. Okay. Carrying the head. Gee, fucking ridiculous, man. On May 29th, Abdul lodged a complaint with the police against Chand Babu under a charge of abducting a woman to marry. Ashifa's partner was arrested and sent to jail, where she was returned to the house her brother and father lived at. Then on July 20th, when Ashifa made it clear to her family that she would like to marry Chand Babu, Riaz became violent. In a fit of rage, he picked up a sharp weapon and beheaded his sister before packing her head in a sack and went to the police station. Yep, he was sent to jail. Fucking hell, dude. Wild. $5. Question from Illegal Company. Thank you. Questions should be asked with those from they want in order is, in what terms? What do you want? Hold on. Questions that should be asked with those that want order is 1, on what terms? 2, why do you want this above all? And 3, what will you do with it? That's true. I mean, order is important, but there's definitely times when order is stifling. That is definitely true. Thank you. So yeah, this is fucking barbaric.
Yep.
All right. Let's continue on.
Why don't you just exit the article?
Student, because if I keep them in case I want to use them later.
Oh, okay.
Which I usually don't.
Okay.
Student 15. Sometimes I do. I usually don't, but I keep them to look at them later. Student 15 allegedly attacks teacher while hallucinating on drugs, leaving her with a severe brain injury. Fucking hell, dude.
I want more funny ones.
A 15-year-old high school student allegedly punched a teacher in the head while hallucinating on drugs.
Jesus.
Leaving her with a severe brain injury that required the removal of her skull cap.
Holy shit.
Holy fuck, dude. Yeah. It's wild. The Coleraine high school student began acting distraught after he ingested an unknown drug in a classroom on Thursday. He allegedly punched the 60-year-old teacher in the head and caused a severe brain injury requiring extensive medical treatment. Teen also was accused of attacking another 15-year-old student by grabbing him and pinching his neck. Teacher, this actually isn't unlocking a memory for me.
Oh.
Yeah. There was a teacher when I was in grade 12, either 12 or 13. We had grade 13 here for a while, by the way, guys. It was 13, I think. Where like there was a teacher who was like very heavily pregnant, like we're talking like 8 months or something, and she was still teaching, right? And then one kid in class, like he started going wild, and I think like people were teasing him, and it was kind of funny, but like he like lost it, right? So he picks up a desk.
Oh no!
I think I might have told the story.
I have a faint memory of this. So
he picked up the desk and he wanted to like throw it. And the teacher was like trying to stop him, and like it was me and like 5 other guys all just got up, and it's like she clearly can't fucking handle this, so we all like grabbed him, right? And like we were worried for a bit that the school was gonna be like, students are fighting, you're all, but like nothing happened, right?
That's good.
It was like she couldn't fucking do anything, dude. So like there was just like 5 of us, and we all just like grabbed this dude, and we prevented him from throwing the desk. And it's like, listen, you gotta fucking calm down, man. And what here's the thing, like he didn't even get carried out by like police or like other teachers and nothing. Yeah. Basically, we calmed him down, and then he stopped and he just went back to where he was sitting, and we just kept going with class. Like crazy. Nothing fucking happened.
Man, you and Dave have these like crazy school stories. I always hear crazy school stories from other people. You want to know the most like insane, exciting thing that happened to me? There's 2.
Your music orgies.
No, in school. Jesus.
You was part of the music club where they all fucked each other.
One.
Yeah.
Was in elementary school where a girl had like this like a giant bundle of like pencils and stabbed another guy in the chest with them. Fucking hell. There was no blood or anything because it was like such a big like mound of stuff that like nothing actually happened. Like he was hurt a bit, but like there was no like it was not as bad as it would have been with just a single pencil.
Yep.
The other one was also in elementary school where me and a whole bunch of the guys got on a rock fight, and I was the only one who actually had good aim, so I hit a guy in the eye.
Oh, did he lose his eye? Or...
No, he was fine. Oh. The worst part was that he was my neighbor.
Naomi had the tutor upper pooper. Yep.
Cause this one time in band camp.
Oh, apparently she's actually really mad that people keep quoting that at her whenever they see her. Like she was like 19 or something when she made that movie, and now she's like walking around with her kids, and people come up to her and like say it, and she's just like,
do they say the whole thing or
yes, the whole thing?
Oh jeez.
And they're like, she's like, please stop, I have my kids with me, like you need to stop.
No, you're only supposed to say the safe for work version in front of the children. Jesus.
Okay. Let's see. I'll just scroll back up a little bit. Okay. $5 from Artemis Fowl. Dev, that is your subjective opinion of the things I bring you. Your conclusions are wrong on many outcomes. Like you predicted, Hillary would win.
Did you predict that? I don't remember this.
I might have way back in the day. I mean, yes, Artemis, I've been wrong before, yeah. Of course. Not everyone is 100%. But the issue, ultimately, is that, like... Okay, you and I have had this conversation, but, like, if you say something with no proof, and then in the future, proof comes out that actually does prove what you were saying initially, but you had no proof before, that doesn't actually make you retroactively right. It means before, you were guessing. And yet you guessed correctly, but you didn't have a reason to think that, though. That's just rationality. You know, like you can guess things and have that guess end up being correct. That doesn't mean that you had a good reason to guess it before, because you're always going to forget due to selective bias all the times in which you guessed and you were wrong, right? Yep. That's why I always say, hey, wait for court, wait for documents to come out. Wait for the ruling. Wait for if there's indictments coming. Wait till you read the indictments. Like I always say, wait for these things, man. $5 from Holtznayer. More proof that men are stronger. Also, the brain injury was probably from her being a woman. Oh my god.
Jesus.
$5. Butters, thank you. Working in retail in California has definitely lowered your trust in the high trust society. 90% of people do wait in line and buy the product. Yeah. Also, California is like a uniquely degenerate place in the West for sure. $5 from Donovan Gill. Thank you. There's a recent beheading. Look up Taylor Shabusiness. Okay, let's see. Murder of Shad Therian.
Nope. Go back one. Taylor Shabbos.
Gets life without killing and dismembering her ex-boyfriend.
Oh!
Mm-hmm.
See?
Yep.
People do fucked up shit.
Let's see. Wisconsin woman gets life without parole for killing and dismembering her ex-boyfriend. Fucking wild, dude. Yeah, but see, this is the different. Before it was like Muslim honor killing. It was part of their culture.
We don't even know if they
this
were
is
Muslim.
This is just
they were Indian. We don't even know if they were Muslim.
This is just crazy femoid. Wait, hold on. Are you defending crazy femoids now?
I'm defending your obviously attempting to make fucking point with bad take. God.
Hey, I've been looking for a while. If you're gonna say hi, thanks, Rana. Thanks, man. Love you. Also, maybe chill the fuck out on Twitter. Thanks, dude. I really appreciate the support.
He's not going to.
Wait, I have been. Hold on. What do you mean? That's the whole point of the Vibe Hands. I have been. Blonde, $2. Artemis and the Method's Rationality. Dev is fat. Thanks. Here in Columbia, $5. Thank you. All right, Dev. Say I want to debate a point of yours or another. What terms and criteria to show you this person is being honest and legitimate? What's the thing? Like, I'm not saying that V or even his fans are being dishonest. The issue is that they don't have like proper thinking methods. No,
they don't have good thought.
No. It's not the thoughts that are bad. It's the methods by which they come to their conclusions. Like,
can't think right, ergo bad.
No, like rationality is definitely an art form. Like you have to understand like what makes a thought like grounded in reason and what doesn't, right?
What
like
makes good thoughts good and bad thoughts bad?
No, not good. I'm not talking about good or bad. I'm talking about reasonable versus unreasonable. You fuck.
I know.
Okay. You fuck. Okay. $10. Artemis Fowl. All right. I'll posit an idea for $10. Thank you. Conservative bedrock worldviews are more capable of predicting outcomes in current events than liberal worldviews. Dev is bad at predicting outcomes of current events. Okay, so Artemis, if that's what you say, when I say, for example, it looks like, based on the evidence provided, there is a decent chance that Trump is going to be convicted in the documents case specifically. Is that, in your opinion, a good or bad prediction? Assuming that you've read the documents indictment. What do you think, Artemis?
He's obviously going to say it's bad. I don't know why you would.
Well, I'm giving him the chance.
Okay.
Willison, $10. Thank you, man. Crazy school story. A bully in school broke off the blade of a paper cutter, attacking their kid with it. Both kids got punished because zero tolerance BS. I know, because I was the stabby.
Jesus.
That's fucking insane, isn't it?
Zero tolerance BS is one of the worst things that ever came out of like anti-bullying campaigns.
And also, you know what? Like, if you're gonna get punished because someone fights you and you don't fight back,
you might as well fight them back.
Yeah, just kick the shit out of them, man. Yeah. Like you're getting wait. I've been reading your bit chats, Blonde. You fucking whiner, Cal. Go back over. You fucking grumble. Okay. I read them all, Blonde. What do you want? Fuck you. Okay. Anyway. Holds there for $5. The difference is, Naomi, honor killings are insubstantiated in their culture, while random killings in the U.S. are apparent freak things.
You know what? I will actually give that to you, Holzonator.
That's what I said. You just got mad at it.
Because you said it in a worse way.
Yeah, I said insane femoid. Because most femoids aren't insane.
Mm-hmm.
What's the problem, Naomi?
Devin.
Oh, are you saying they are? Are they insane, Naomi? What are you saying?
That you don't know how to word anything ever.
What are you saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let's read this one, I guess. Let's see. A Wisconsin woman convicted of killing and dismembering a former boyfriend and scattering his body parts at various locations was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Taylor Shabusiness. What a last name. 25.
That doesn't sound like a real last name,
of Shad
honestly.
Therian.
See, I was right. Bad prediction. I can predict the future.
Oh, okay. So you think... So Artemis, what do you think will come out of the documents case for Trump? What is your prediction regarding specifically the Trump documents case? Give it to me. Let's get it on fucking camera, on recording right now. So we both have our predictions down. We'll see where it goes, okay? Because I think there's like a decent chance he will get fucked with this indictment. Okay.
Silence was deafening.
Anyway, she pleaded not guilty and not guilty of mental disease or defect, but the jury found she wasn't mentally ill. Yeah, hold on. She smoked meth. Oh, dude, I'm going to fucking behead you, it turns out, being on meth. In the basement of Therion's mother, Green Bay... It's, okay, strangled, decapitated, dismembered. Left the party bunch throughout the house and in a vehicle. Wild, dude. Wild. Oh, yeah, that's why they support ACAB. What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Hold Center? No, they are. That's why I support ACAB. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Yep, she discovered her son's head in a bucket in the basement. Oh my god. Imagine fucking discovering your son's head in a bucket. Oh, Jesus.
No, did you fight someone in court?
Hold on. She attacked her attorney.
Why?
She was sentenced.
Mm-hmm.
And she attacked her attorney.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I don't want to spend my life in jail. I want to attack you because you said I wouldn't. That's what happened
fucking
there.
Insane, dude. Lon, $5. I said you weren't reading them, so I came to YouTube. I was answering most questions. Also, why don't you pretend that you like me? Listen, I appreciate the donations, but Blonde, because you are a gaming stream viewer, I do like you, of course. Remember the time that NAOMI defended this woman like 2 minutes ago? Yeah, I do.
I did not defend her. I was defending life from Dev's bad takes.
Okay. So anyway.
Okay, no, we're
still on this article. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. This 15-year-old got high on an unknown drug, punched the 60-year-old teacher, gave her a severe medical injury. She was taken to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, where she had her skull cap removed to prevent damage from swelling.
Yep.
The police then found the alleged attacker in the school's career center lobby, who was apparently hallucinating, had a self-inflicted head wound. Oh my god. He's fucking losing it, dude. He was taken to the hospital and then to Hamilton County Juvenile Detention Center on a charge of felonious assault. And the school was investigating the incident.
Honestly, to be honest, if a 15-year-old is on drugs that hard, they probably should be in juvie, so that's kind of good.
There's no current threat to the school community. It seems to be like an isolated thing.
Yeah.
But still, like, what the fuck are you doing, kid?
Making bad life decisions.
Like, the fuck is wrong with you? Jesus.
You already read that?
Yep, I'm just looking up.
Not allowed.
Okay. Teen arrested in federal terrorism probe.
What?
Okay. This guy, I don't know if this is in the article, but I did look it up. This guy is the son of a prominent attorney.
Okay.
Leaders from the city and federal law enforcement on Monday announced that a 17-year-old resident of West Philadelphia has been arrested and charged as part of federal terrorism investigation. The juvenile was taken into custody by FBI SWAT officers at his residence in the Winefield section of Philadelphia. Investigation led by FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force, which includes detective detailed from Philadelphia Police Department, is active and ongoing. Okay. Like me too, Dev, even though I watch more Dave solo streams because I like watching entertaining people. Fuck you, Wilson. You're banned. Artist file, $10. It will evaporate into the ether. If Trump doesn't win outright due to how poorly the prosecution has been ran, he will appeal until he wins in November, and then the case will be dropped after. Okay, so, Artemis, actually here, I'll agree with you on this partially, right? If Trump wins the election in November, I think these cases will go nowhere. I agree with you on that. If Trump loses the election in November, I do think he will probably be prosecuted. He's not going to win the documents case, I think. All right. The other cases, like you mentioned, Artemis Fowl, the Georgia RICO case is now in question because they discovered some weird shit happening with one of the with one of the people they brought onto it. So that's true. That seems to be true as far as I can tell. So maybe the Georgia RICO case falls apart, possibly, right? The documents case, it seems to be dead to rights. But if Trump wins in November, it might not matter at all, right? So I'm saying if Trump loses the election in 2024, he probably also loses in the documents case. That's my prediction, okay? Let's get it on record. Okay, so the District Attorney's Office has charged the juvenile with weapons of mass destruction, criminal conspiracy, arson, causing arson catastrophe, attempt to commit criminal mischief, possession of an instrument of a crime, and recklessly endangering another person.
Okay, listen, I know mischief is like an actual legal term, but attempt to commit criminal mischief is just really, really funny.
Yep, I know. The work of the FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force potentially thwarted a catastrophic terrorist attack in the name of a perverted ideology that in no way, shape, or form represents the beliefs of the overwhelming majority of peace-seeking people of faith, including Muslims.
You're reading this too fast.
This was a 17-year-old. It's not going to be completely said in this article. This was a 17-year-old son of a Muslim immigrant who was a lawyer, who got radicalized, probably online, and he joined some fucking terrorist group.
Jesus. How about just don't be radicalized, guys? Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Damn. Wow.
That
honestly, that poor dad.
Yeah.
Like to like move.
Well, maybe he's also like a fucking extremist.
Well, like maybe, but like listen, let's just go on the assumption that he's not, right? Can you imagine like immigrating to a better country, like at least that you think is a better country, and like actually being able to like achieve your dreams of having a good job in said country, right? And then having your kid just like ruin your image and reputation forever. That's just unfortunate.
Yep.
Like that is just, you would probably feel like an utter failure of a parent at that point in time. Yeah. That just sucks.
Apple's Ghost says Obama struggled to win at 34%, ruling runs at 39%. Yeah. Here's the thing. Polling is often right, but every once in a while it's wrong. Like polling was wrong with Trump 2016, right? The polls had Hillary to win. Hillary did not win. But generally polls are pretty correct. I think Biden's kind of screwed. Yeah. Armor's File, $5. Fruit of the Poisonous Tree. All current indictments have been tainted by the same bad actor working together. As one gets thrown out, the rest will. I don't know about that. I'm not sure you're using Fruit of the Poisonous Tree correctly, because they are coming from different offices, different people, like different states. I don't know if what you're saying is completely true there, Artemis. But thank you for all the donations, dude. Okay, so the juvenile is alleged to have been in contact with individuals and groups designated by the U.S. State Department as global terrorists, including Katabat al-Tawhid wal-Jihad, who is believed to primarily operate in Syria, is responsible for attacks including the deadly 2017 attack on St. Petersburg, Russia Metro, and the 2016 suicide car bombing of the Chinese embassy in Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan.
Jeez.
What is this kid doing? Fucking getting linked up with these guys.
Making bad life decisions.
Yeah. Self-radicalization by young people via the internet is a threat to all families. Yep. So guys, you should instead join the cult of Dev, where you send me all your money.
And get radicalized by you instead? Yep.
Yeah. Real Holstein $5. Look at how the media takes care to say this doesn't represent all of them. Imagine if he was a conservative, would they take the same care? Of course they wouldn't. If it's like a right winger, they wouldn't say. Obviously, not all right wingers. Like like their bias is kind of disgusting.
Even though they should be saying it.
They should be saying it. Yeah. What's next? Pennsylvania toddler allegedly killed by dad's girlfriend, who fed her acetone, batteries, and a screw.
Oh, this is the one you were looking at earlier, and I just kind of cried. Guys, listen, she looks like a fucking baby too. This is just fucked up.
I think she's 20.
Yeah, I know, but like, this is just fucked up. Why are there so many fucked up articles today? This is sad.
A Pennsylvania woman is accused of fatally poisoning her boyfriend's 18-month-old daughter by feeding her batteries, screws, and nail polish remover, after she researched the harmful effects the items could have on a child before the killing.
Jesus.
I'll just do it in incognito mode, dude. It'll be fine.
Oh, we're fine. This is why you go to the library and search up stuff.
Alicia Owens, 20, was arrested Thursday for the suspected homicide of Iris Rita Alfera after an autopsy determined the child died due to fatal levels of acetone in her blood. Owens had been living with Iris's father, Bailey Jacoby, when he left the house to go to the store on June 5th, 2023. Aww. Jacoby, who had visitation rights with Iris, then received a call from Owens saying something was wrong with his daughter. He rushed to the Newcastle home to find his baby girl unresponsive and quickly called 911.
Can you imagine just going to the store to get stuff and coming home and your kid's like dead? Holy shit, that's really fucking sad.
Yep. She was rushed to UMPC Jameson Hospital in Newcastle, Pennsylvania for treatment, but she was later airlifted roughly 1 hour away to UPMC Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh. She died 4 days later due to organ failure. Iris lived with her mother, Emily Alfera, and her grandparents, while her father, Jacoby, had visitation rights. Owens told the police the girl had hit her head after she cramped up and fell off her bed. Autopsy showed that Iris had ingested numerous water beads, along with button-shaped batteries and a metal screw, months before she died. Oh my god, months before she died? A search of... are you okay, Naomi?
Yeah.
A search of Owen's phone revealed she had been looking up information on household products that could cause a child serious harm or death, including water beads, batteries, and nail polish. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Like, the fact that it's months ago shows this was just premeditated too. Like, she's fucked. Like, she's going to Giga jail. Yeah. She also searched beauty products that are poisonous to kids and medications leading to cause accidental poisoning deaths in children. Holy shit, dude. Yep, the findings on her phone were a crucial piece of evidence against her.
Okay, listen, I know I say I don't like kids all the time, and listen, like, I don't, but, like, it is always really sad when a kid, like, that young dies, like, in, like, situations like this, because, like, they didn't even get the chance to live.
This is the mother and the child, and then the father had visitation, and then this was the new girlfriend of the father.
Holy shit. Honestly, if she ever got out of jail and I was that dad, I would straight up murder her. 100%.
So there was no evidence linking the father to the death at all. There's nothing throughout the investigation to show that he had any knowledge or involvement about what happened to the baby. He was questioned multiple times, was cooperative.
I actually think, you know what? I actually think that's true. I think in this case, it was just, like, some really fucked up young woman who was just like, I want to spend time with this baby with this baby's daddy.
Yeah.
But I don't want him to actually be a daddy. So I'm just gonna make him be mine.
Fucking hell, man.
Fuck. Yep. That's...
What's next?
That's really fucking sad.
IRS identifies agent shot and killed during training exercise. Oops. That's a big oops. An IRS special agent was killed during an accidental shooting by another agent during a training exercise Thursday.
Wait. An IRS special agent?
Yeah, IRS has agents.
For what?
Well, they're the taxes guys, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, if you don't pay your taxes, they come and raid you.
With special agents specifically for the IRS? I didn't know that. I thought they just used, like, cops.
They probably have some police involvement, yeah, but, like, they have their own enforcement arm, too. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Pretty much every, like, even in Canada, it's the same way. Like, every branch of government has its own, like, enforcement arm. So, like, that's why, like, park rangers...
No, okay.
They have some of the same enforcement powers as police do.
Okay, yes, well, park rangers are different.
Yeah. In a statement released Thursday, FBI officials confirmed that they are investigating the death of an IRS special agent, but did not share further details. Significant tragedy for the agents involved. The agency, their family, is just really sad to see. The Federal Bureau of Prisons says it's investigating a shooting incident at the Federal Correctional Institutional Phoenix firing range. So I know people on Twitter were saying, like, "Oh my god, dude, they obviously killed one of their own because they're covering something up."
No,
it could also just be like an accident.
This is probably gonna be just, hey, make sure you guys follow all the safety rules of the shooting range, and then people didn't follow the safety rules of the shooting range.
People are saying
that's the way it always is.
This agent was the one who was going after, like, the big corpos, but because government and they're shaking hands, so, like, I mean,
no.
The IRS identified the fallen agent as 47-year-old Special Agent Patrick Bauer. What did he do?
You know what's funny is that I would have believed that a few, like several years ago, but after being in retail so long and realizing just how fucking stupid people are, it's definitely just incompetence of a person.
You think so?
That caused this, yep.
Mm-hmm. Nothing about him.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, you watch you go back and just, like, he was actually investigating big corporations. They took him out.
Yeah. Well, if it turns out that he was, then He was
investigating George Soros. Mm-hmm. The U.S. Postal Service has its own law enforcement branch too. Yeah.
I guess I just didn't think about that.
Yeah. Okay. 7 Texas men filmed themselves gang raping 2 toddlers.
Why? Why do we have to read these? Why can't you just find not so fucking sad articles? Holy fucking shit!
Today is the sad day, guys.
No! Why?
7 Texas men filmed themselves gang raping 2 toddlers in the bathroom of a Houston's Galleria Mall where the ringleader worked. These are the sad articles today, guys.
Holy shit!
Dethan, thanks for the $3, man. U.S. Education Department also has a raid team. Yep, they do. Horrifying videos have surfaced of a gang of at least 7 men sexually abusing toddlers inside the restroom of a Texas mall. Arthur Hector Fernandez, 29 years old, a kiosk worker at the Galleria Mall in Houston, is charged with assaulting the toddlers and posting the videos online.
Oh my god, they were 2 years old! Mm-hmm. Oh my god!
Two friends of Fernandez sometimes left their children, two 2-year-olds, in his care while they worked in the mall. Yeah, Naomi's like broken right now, guys.
That's really fucked up.
The FBI says they launched a probe last month after the abuse videos posted on a private online forum were shared by the Australian Centre to Counter Child Exploitation. Wait. Oh, so this was discovered because even though it happened in Texas, it was first discovered by the Australian Centre to Counter Child Exploitation. So the Australians found it. You okay, Naomi?
No!
It'll be okay,
This
Naomi.
is why I don't fucking read the news.
It'll be okay, Naomi. It'll
Jesus.
be okay. Yeah, the Australians discovered it on the internet and then got the Americans involved because it happened in America. Okay. It'll be okay, Naomi. Each of the 4 videos shared with authorities reportedly showed a different assault, and they take place in different rooms and locations, including bathrooms at the mall. Fernandez is the only suspect charged in the case so far. It's unclear if the others said to appear in the videos have been identified by officials. Police closed in on him using an open-source image repository to search for the face of one of the children, and then it matched it with social media images shared by one of the women. When police showed the child's mom a sanitized image from the abuse materials, the woman reportedly noticed a pair of bracelets owned by Fernandez. Police then saw those bracelets on the suspect's social media. So he worked at this mall here in Houston. Okay. Titanium says, hold on. Dev, how can you be so nonchalant about this? What the fuck? How can you laugh? Okay. I'm not laughing at this, all right? I'm noticing that Naomi is getting very upset because of all the crazy articles today, all right? I don't find this funny, okay? Also, from the other side of the spectrum here, Titanium asks, Naomi, I legit don't understand how you're this sensitive. You work in fucking customer service. Okay.
Do they get worse? Is this the worst one, or do they get worse?
I don't know. I knew when I was looking over today's articles, there was a lot of fucking, like, downers, like murders and shit. Like, this is a fucked up set of articles today. Are you okay?
No.
Are you okay, Naomi? It's okay, Naomi. The U.S. Army has a government branch. Well, yeah. Aren't they part of the government? No, thanks for $2, but no, thank you. Okay. Stop abusing Naomi. Are you fine?
Sure. Yeah, totally.
Okay. Anyway, I think this is the end of the article. There's not much to it. Okay, let's continue. Japanese Apex Legends players are being banned for hateful conduct after saying "run."
Run, bitch, run.
Oh no.
Oh no, it gets bad, doesn't it?
Do you want to know why? You want to know what the word "run" is in Japanese?
No.
You want to know what the word "run" is in Japanese?
No, anything else.
Okay. $5 from Tricky Mara. Thank you. Give these people the wood chipper now. Also glad to help you yank stop these monsters. Remember the chipper as we speak. Thanks, man. Okay. So, let's see. A Reddit user recently shared a screenshot of the message one Apex Legends player received from EA back in October, informing them of the reason behind their ban. We want to notify you that you have found your EA account to be in violation of our rules of conduct. While reviewing your account, we identified the following violation: Apex Legends hate conduct. Reddit user claimed the Japanese player spoke their native language while playing the game and said "niggero," which translates to "run" or "get out of here."
That's a stupid reason to ban people.
Yeah, but they...
Jesus. If it's their native language, you can't ban them for that. That's racist.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Well, in Chinese, nega means
Mm-hmm.
And in Spanish, negro just means black.
Black, yeah.
Like the black color, yeah.
Like the actual color of the color black, not a person's skin black.
Yeah. Niggeru, which has been around longer than the hard R N-word, yeah.
Yep. That's stupid.
Yeah. Hashiru is run, the one you said is for escape. Yeah. Tell us not the pronunciation. What? Niggero?
Jesus. You're not gonna get...
I'm saying Japanese, you baka-gaijin.
Wow. What a heavy Canadian accent.
Okay. So yeah. A Japanese player faced the same ban back in February 2021 for using the same word while playing Apex Legends. Yep, they were banned for a week. That's bullshit, man.
That actually is. Yep. That's actually racist.
Indonesian and Spanish have been banned while playing. An Indonesian player was banned in July for saying nigak, which means no in English. It's fucking ridiculous.
That's actually racist.
Spanish word for black is negro. Yeah. Also, an ironic twist. Octane, a Spanish-speaking hero in the game, uses negro in his voice lines. But if you say it as a Spanish speaker yourself, you get banned.
Yep. Jesus.
Yep. University of Southern California professor was suspended for using... Is it niga?
Nage or nagi.
Yeah. It's not like a Chinese filler word. I've heard many Chinese people say it and they just go nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause yeah. Mm-hmm. That's because that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah. I mean, I can just say the direct N word.
No, you cannot.
Okay. How much money would it take for you to just drop a hard R N-bomb? How much money?
In private?
No, on the stream.
Oh, like $1,000. Maybe more.
You said 1,000.
I said maybe more.
Okay, guys. We are at, what's our current super chats?
No. In one super chat.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah.
YouTube doesn't let you.
I know.
The highest super chat you can actually super chat is 500.
I know.
So if we get $1,000 worth of super chats today, then we'll say it.
No.
Yes.
It has to be 1,001.
No, you can't.
I know.
You can't.
I know.
No. It has to be something you can actually get.
No.
Yes, it does.
You asked my price and that's what it was.
Don't do it, Artemis! Don't do it! Oh yeah, ningen. Ningen means human in Japanese. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do it. Nope. I have decreed it will be 1,000, but it will have to be in multiple super chats.
No.
Yes.
No.
You've already been roped into it.
Okay, well I'm just not gonna do it. We'll just have the money. So.
Well, then I will have to.
I'm running a Ponzi scheme.
I'm gonna punish you then. I'm gonna punish you. Fine, I'll leak your nudes then.
Why would you do that?
Punish you.
Okay, well if you do that, I'll slit your throat while you're sleeping.
Wait a second, Naomi.
Yeah.
So, you took that very seriously.
Yes.
Even though, as far as I understand, there are no nudes of you. So.
Yes, because you deleted them all.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You actually got really mad at me one day.
What,
because you forgot that you had them in your messages. And you were just like, delete them, Naomi! Oh my god, I can't believe they're there!
Wait, why?
I don't know. You got actually legitimately
How long ago was that? I don't remember this at all.
I don't know, it was like a year or two.
No fucking way!
Mm-hmm.
No.
Actually, no, it wasn't a year or two. It was, I think
it was more than that.
No, it was before COVID.
So, yeah, so, okay.
Yeah. Listen, I forget that COVID happened, like, in my brain. I just forget. I know it did.
So last year was 2019?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You did. You got legitimate. You don't fucking remember because the ADHD rotted your brain.
The nudes from Naomi was 15. Anyway, listen. You everything was all fun and games until you said, I'm going to slit your throat. What the fuck, Naomi? Slit. You deserve to be in some of these fucking articles.
Slit.
Can we see? The Naomi nudes are actually priced at $1 million. Unless Naomi fails to fulfill her N-word contract, then they will go up.
This is why I'm going to slit your throat while you're sleeping.
Okay, so.
Stop.
Stop what? Scratching?
Yes.
Well, no. Shall we continue on? Wolverhampton grandmother's abusers have been caught by a hidden camera. Hey, Grandma.
Wait, what?
2 sisters caught 4 care workers abusing their 89-year-old grandmother after hiding a camera in her bedroom. Jesus.
Oh, they mean...
Yeah. Danielle Hinsey and her sister Rebecca became suspicious after Beryl Wall's behavior changed, and she began to get bruises on her face and wrists. Like a scene from the hugely popular Netflix drama Fool Me Once, they put a photo frame with a hidden camera in her room at a care home. 4 days of footage was enough to convict her attackers.
Yep.
They caught the workers shouting in dementia sufferer Miss Wall's face, making fun of her, holding her legs in the air and hitting her in the face with a pillow.
Yep.
Jesus fucking Christ. Holy shit, guys!
This is a thing that happens a lot.
Naomi's gonna become Lorena Bobbitt.
Oh!
Jesus. Holy shit, man.
Yeah, like it's... Old age homes make me upset.
Ame Tunkara, Morundanti Adifala, Danny Ohen, and Bridget Adian were jailed at the end of 2023.
Good.
Fucking hell. Sisters saw their grandmother regularly, so they quickly spotted her decline. Visited Nan every day as this happened before lockdown. Yep. They're just doing, like, fucking assholes, man.
Yeah, a lot of, like caretakers of people who suffer dementia are actually, like, terrible people, which is unfortunate.
Come on. We totally live in a high-trust society, right? This is happening in the UK, all right? No, seriously, the UK has serious problems with immigrants, like bringing in low-trust immigrants. Like, the UK has problems that, the UK and, like, continental Europe has problems that America and Canada do not have right now. And to simply transplant American or Canadian politics to Europe is stupid because they're facing different issues than we are. Is the same type of camera millions of viewers have seen actress. Yeah. When Danielle viewed the footage several days later, she said it broke my heart. It captured the people who should have been caring for her most, mocking Miss Wall and pinching her face. Much of the footage, their grandmother was naked and confused. Sister took the evidence to the care home managers, the Care Quality Commission, and West Midlands Police. 3 of the 4 workers were from an agency, and 1 was a permanent member of the staff.
Yep.
Damn, dude. Fucking hell. Dev reacts to this and not the children. I reacted to all of it, you fuck!
Okay, I want to point out that I think that Dev has this habit of when I'm reacting really poorly to something that he acts more positive than he's necessarily feeling at the time.
Yeah.
And that happens a lot.
Yeah. Because you're having a rough time of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You know you can just react poorly too. It's okay.
8 care workers were charged with abusing Miss Wall, but only 4 of them were found guilty. All right.
What?
So these 2 were sentenced to 4 months in prison because of the ill treatment and willful neglect. These 2 were found there since 6 months and 4 months.
They should be charged for longer. The fuck?
It's the UK, and they're saying, "Oh, they're black and innocent." Fucking ridiculous, dude. Okay, let's continue on. The Last of Us knockoff game has been removed from the Switch eShop. So look at this. This is The Last Hope. It's very clearly a Last of Us knockoff.
Literally just The Last of Us.
All right. The game appeared on the storefront last week, where it was quickly highlighted on social media for being a knockoff of Sony's The Last of Us. Now the game has been removed from the eShop, and trailers are being taken down by YouTube and Sony. Neither Nintendo or Sony have commented on the matter. So this is apparently the worst game they've ever tested. Okay, can we see this video? Digital Foundry. Okay, let's see the video. Wow. The Last Hope on Nintendo Switch is the worst game I've ever reviewed. It does look pretty shit.
Yep. Doesn't the Switch have like didn't you get all that like malware or whatever on
the
Switch? The Switch is a really bad like moderating system for like what games constitute as actual games on their shop.
So let's see. Yep. This is the game, guys. Would you rather play this or The Last of Us?
The Last of Us. I'd rather watch Picard again than play this game.
Deal.
Oh, can we just not?
Like, here's a comparison. And it's like, well, they look the same, don't they?
Jesus Christ.
If I can find it, we should try it.
No! No!
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mostly ignore shovelware-infested digital storefronts and assume many of them are innocuous. When you see something like this, it really pulls back the curtain on the depravity festering within certain corners of the industry. Yeah.
Yep.
So, the game is developed by West Connection Limited, and The Last Hope Dead Zone Survival is their most blatant copy of their game. So, players who have purchased The Last Hope Dead Zone Survival can still play the game on Switch and still re-download it. But if you try to find it, you can't buy it anymore.
Good.
I kind of wish I had a copy of it.
God, shut
I want to try it. It looks.
Shut up. Shut up.
No, wait, it's a piece of lost media now. What are you getting mad about?
You and your stupidity.
Not
Stop playing super bad fucking shovelware games or wanting to. That is not a good trait for any sane person to have.
Listen, it's still better than Last of Us 2.
No, it's not. I would rather play Last of Us 2 again. 100%.
This is the thumbnail, guys. Woman will suffer diarrhea forever after Ozempic caused a horror bowel injury. And a weight loss drug made another vomit until her teeth fell out.
Okay, well that makes sense. But diarrhea forever?
Yep.
Would you just have to wear like a diaper all the time?
And here she is.
Wow. How old is she? She looks
now
young.
She has built-in lube for anal.
Ew! Ew! Ew!
Okay. So, a woman who will suffer diarrhea for the rest of her life after using Ozempic is among dozens of patients who are suing the maker of the blockbuster weight loss drug over claims it left them with crippling stomach paralysis. Novo Nordisk, the maker of Ozempic and Wegovy, is facing lawsuits from patients across America who say they experienced extreme side effects which they were allegedly not warned about. Thousands more patients have also come forward to claim they suffered adverse reactions to the drugs, and attorneys say many more could join the glowing legal campaign.
Is this going to be one of those things where some people will randomly get a check in the mail being like, yeah, we got sued, here's money?
Why are you like this, Dev? Most of the patients claim they suffer from gastroparesis, which is the medical name for paralysis of the stomach. The condition, which can be life-threatening, can cause a buildup of food in the gut, and symptoms include nausea, vomiting, and severe pain. A Daily Mail reviewed more than a dozen lawsuits filed since November by patients who were diagnosed with gastroparesis after using Ozempic and Wegovy, including some who suffered life-threatening bowel injuries and faced lifelong consequences. In all the lawsuits, Novo Nordisk is accused of failing to properly warn about the risk of gastroparesis in the drug's packaging.
Why would you take something that might do that to your stomach?
Yep.
That's fucked up.
She was hospitalized for 4 weeks, had her gallbladder removed.
Oh,
fuck, dude.
Well, that's not bad. You don't really need a gallbladder.
$5 from Tara Shevchenko. People will do anything they can think of instead of eating less. Yeah, fair enough. At least 10 lawsuits have also been filed against Eli Lilly, the maker of Mounjaro, a diabetes drug which works in a similar way to Ozempic and Wegovy, and is also prescribed off-label for weight loss. Eli Lilly is also accused of failing to include proper warnings about Mounjaro's risks.
Wait, how did that happen? You have it stuck on top chat again.
I don't know. Shouldn't have. I changed it already.
I know.
In one case, a woman who used the drugs claims she was diagnosed with gastroparesis, which caused her to vomit so much some of her teeth fell out. Jesus, that's a lot of vomiting.
Well, that actually happens to people who have bulimia.
Yep.
Right? They vomit so much that they don't have teeth no more.
You just acids them down. Yep. Yeah. Another woman was diagnosed with a life-threatening bowel injury after using Ozempic and underwent surgery, which lasted near 9 hours. Doctor said she will be in pain for the rest of her life and will never have a solid bowel movement again.
That's actually really sad. Mm-hmm. Wow.
A third case brought by a woman. She was diagnosed with severe gastroparesis. Was hospitalized with symptoms including going a week without a bowel movement. More than 40 cases have been filed in federal courts across America. Oh, fucking wild, dude. Yeah. So never inject this shit.
Don't take diet drugs, boys and
girls.
Don't
take diarrhea drugs.
I mean, if you need help with your diarrhea, you should probably take, diarrhea drugs. But,
Argyle, $2. 7 naked cowboys at Ram Ranch, Houston, Texas. Oh my god, dude. Holy fuck. Okay, let's continue on.
Sad.
Yeah. St. Louis police crash into an LGBTQ bar and then arrest its owner.
Why? What?
Like, we're coming after
bar.
We're coming after drag queen story hour. Just drive right into the bar. Fuck you. Arrest him.
Jesus.
Giga Chad.
Wow.
Oh my god, dude. Okay. Around 12:30 a.m., a St. Louis police cruiser smashed into the front window of an LGBTQ bar in Carondelet. But it was the bar's co-owner, base, Giga Chad, base, Giga Chad.
Okay, stop.
It was the bar's co-owner who wound up getting arrested, and he's currently being held in central booking. There were several police officers that jumped him, says James Pence, related to Mike Pence, obviously, who co-owns Bar PM with Chad Wick, who is Chad Wick is the guy? Chad Wick got these fucking names, dude. Yep. Chad Wick got his police custody. Okay. Pence says the police...
Stop.
I can't. Okay. Pence says the police officer who ran into the bar told him that he swerved to miss a dog in the middle of South Broadway. Pence says he does have security camera footage of the crash, though he's not making it public at this time. The police department did not immediately respond to a message seeking comment this morning. Okay, well, hold on. Wait. Pence, who lives above the bar, said he was getting ready to head to bed as two people close up for the night. Suddenly he felt the whole building shake and ran downstairs. He came to find the police SUV in his building and an officer demanding to see his ID.
Why?
Pence said he replied, "No, you don't. That's a police cruiser in my building. You don't need to see my ID. That's not how this works." Pence says he was spun around and placed in handcuffs.
Jesus.
Giga Chad.
You think the officer was drunk or something? Because that's
Maybe,
that's what it sounds like.
Tara Shevchenko, $2. So I crashed into your... Dear God. Pence's co-owner, Wick, was taking videos and photos of the police vehicle when, according to Pence, 3 of the officers went for him. He raised his arm and they said he hit him. Pence was eventually taken out of cuffs, but Wick was taken away by police. In addition to clearing up the damage, Pence spent another morning trying to locate Wick. He later found that Wick had been taken to the South Patrol Police Station, then the SLU Hospital for medical attention. He was taken to the North Patrol, and finally NAOMI was sent a central booking. Wick, whose legal name is Chad Morris, was later charged with felony assault. Oh, okay. So maybe he tried to fight the cops after the cops crashed into his building.
Maybe.
So they're getting him with assault.
But the cops crashed into his building.
Yeah, but the proper recourse to that is to go to court, right?
I mean,
so listen, look at these, look at this shit,
okay, something was up with that cop who crashed into
his fucking. Here's the thing. He was probably drunk, and he probably
called his other cop buddies to be like, "Oh fuck, I'm drunk. I did something stupid. Help me out, guys."
Yeah, so they're that's probably that.
Fuck,
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, as a gay man, the officers are based.
Yeah.
Dude.
Next article.
I just love the idea of we're taking out the gays, drive into a gay bar, get out, start arresting people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like the police are probably fucked here. Yeah.
No, the problem is they're probably not fucked. They just are bad police officers.
All right. St. Louis police file felony charge against... Okay. It's the same article? No, it's not. Yep, he's facing felony assault against an officer, misdemeanor, resisting arrest. Yeah.
See?
Yep. So Chad Wick began to scream obscenities in the wake of the collision. The officer writes that he then struck me hard in the chest with an open hand, causing me to lose my balance. So basically,
lose your balance because you were drunk.
Oh, he attacked the cop who drove into his
This is
business.
in the UK, right?
No, it's in America.
Okay. Well, either way, dude, you fucking drove into my business. The fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. So you attack the cop who drove into your business, and now you're getting charged. But
this is stupid.
I agree. It's one of those things where the correct way to deal with police is you can't just fight them. But you have to document, and you have to be cool, and if they're wrong, it will come out later. You can't do this or else you'll just lose.
I know. Right? I know. But this is still stupid.
Oh, it's stupid. They're very clearly in the wrong here.
Fuck.
Wait, hold on. Yep, the attorney for Bar PM says that bystander video contradicts the police account.
Good.
So let's see.
Good.
Videos taken at Bar PM contradict the police story.
You know what? It's actually probably good that he kept it private until,
Yep.
Yeah.
This is embarrassing for the police department. Let's see. Yeah. Multiple videos of the collision and its aftermath tell a different story than what police are alleging, and showed that Morse's arrest was unwarranted.
Yep.
See, it's one of these things where, you have to, document and record and keep cool, because you make things work for yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. What is the... 20-minute bystander video tells its own story. They unlawfully handcuffed him. They falsely claim him speaking loud is against the law. They use a predicate to arrest Mr. Warrants. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Nope, at no point in the 20-minute video shows Morris striking an officer in the chest.
Yep. Lord Cameron says, the best way to deal with the corrupt system is through the system. Dude, there are so many instances of people, entire fucking cop channels, Audit the Audit, shit like that. They're based on this, where you show people who act properly in an encounter with the police, and it goes to court, and they win. We have so many examples of this. You're being biased towards those few examples that go viral when it doesn't work, but it overwhelmingly works. So yes.
It's actually good to know indirect Soter. Thank you.
Yep. They lost control of the vehicle, and immediately the video shows the police officers being aggressive with everybody in the area to cover what they did. Yep. It's the cops' fault, and they're reacting. But still, though, giga chat. Driving to the gay bar, giga chat.
Okay, shut up, God. You're so stupid all the time.
Okay. New driver charged with having a beer while driving to celebrate passing road test 20 minutes earlier.
Yeah, why can't all of these be this funny one?
Oh, it's from Brampton, dude. It's Ontario.
Lovely. Okay. God.
A 25-year-old Canadian man had his driver's license a measly 20 minutes before being pulled over by police, who caught him drinking a beer in celebration of passing his driver's test. The Brampton man had just gotten his G2 license, the second-level permit driver's... Actually, when do you get your full G?
Whenever I go and book the test and do it.
Okay, because you had your G2 for a while, huh?
A bit, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been like a year or two.
Yeah. Probably, how long does it take? It's probably time now. Huh?
You have to wait a bit after you get it, and then you can book the test.
Let's see. I'm actually going to look it up. I'm curious. Okay. How long until you get your G? No.
Test.
You can get your G in as little as 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't get your G license within 5 years, to restart the process. So, yeah, you got to go get it. But you have many years. You're fine.
I'm aware.
How many years after G2 can you get your G? 12 months. Or 8 months with driver's training.
Yeah.
And pass the G2 road test.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yep. I'm well aware of all of this.
Okay.
Yep. Didn't need to look it up.
Okay. Well, I wasn't aware. I wanted to see. Okay, so the Brampton man just gotten his G2 license with Ontario Provincial Police, caught him weaving in and out of traffic and speeding down a highway. In celebration, the driver cracked a beer and decided to drive back to Brampton on Highway 10. The driver flew past an unmarked police vehicle, drinking and driving. The officer was operating about 30 miles per hour over the speed limit. Holy shit. The driver was weaving in and out of traffic in a careless manner before he was pulled over. Can't even begin to understand why someone would think that drinking a beer in their vehicle while driving is a smart idea, let alone a novice driver who should be well versed in the rules of the road.
Who knows?
Yep. He had his open beer in the vehicle. Yep. He had alcohol concentration level above 0. The law that says new drivers must have no alcohol in the system. The driver's license was suspended for 30 days. Stunt driving, careless driving, novice driver with BAC above 0, driving with open liquor, and several other offenses. These are not simple errors in judgment. They are choices being made that put the lives of other drivers and pedestrians at risk. Simply put, drivers like this kill people and don't belong on our roads.
Yeah, I fucking hate people who drink and drive, honestly.
Yep. Fucking wild, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Canada. Yeah. A Virginia Democratic House candidate performed sex online with husband for tips. So.
Money? Tips? What?
Yeah, for money, yeah. So basically, this is a veterinarian who's running for Democratic House candidate. Okay. And she also apparently fucked online back in the day when she was younger.
So?
Well, now it's a news story.
Why? It was dumb.
A Democrat running for a crucial seat in Virginia's House of Delegates performed sex acts with her husband for a live audience and encouraged viewers to pay them with tips for specific requests. Oh my God.
She did them with her husband.
Susanna Gibson, a nurse practitioner and mother of 2 young children running in a highly competitive suburban Richmond district, streamed sex acts on Chatterbait. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Oh, hold on. Oh, she was doing it while she was still running for the race. Okay.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
She hadn't given up the career before she decided to get into politics. That might be kind of dumb.
That's a little dumb. Like, I mean,
that's a bit dumb.
Listen, I don't think politicians should be judged about their past for sex work, but if you're still doing it while running for office, that's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Poor kids. Oh my God. Did you guys see, like... Okay, Riley Reid. You know what Riley Reid is?
No, I don't really care.
Very prolific porn actress.
Okay, I don't.
Probably been in like thousands of porns.
I don't need to know a lot of information about Riley Reid. I'm assuming
she just had a child.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And I think she's out of porn now, in fact.
Okay. And?
Well, imagine being that fucking kid.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
Like, your mom has a shit ton of porn. Mm-hmm. She's one of the most famous porn actresses of all time. Mm-hmm. You're not going to avoid being able to go online to just see your mom, like, naked from, like, 15 years ago getting fucking railed.
Well, to be honest, there's so much free porn online that's new.
Yeah, but like, Kate, she's so popular. She's in like banner ads and stuff. Like she's one of the most popular porn stars.
Yeah, that part's unfortunate. Yeah. She's in
so
banner
like
ads. Yeah.
Imagine this kid like 15 or 16 or 17, open up the browser late at night. Mm-hmm. No one's at home. I'm gonna check some porn out.
Yep.
You go online. Here's like an older video. Looks good. It's your mom getting a fucking gangbang with like 18 giant black dicks. You're like, oh.
That's not gonna be in the banner ad.
Or like imagine, well no, it's just like girl gets destroyed. You click on that one and it's just her. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, imagine being that kid though, like getting teased at school. Holy fuck.
Yep.
What an awful.
Yep.
Oh, now Naomi isn't sensitive to the plight of others. Yeah, I know.
Nope.
Yep. No. Hey, that kid's gonna have some issues. Like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
See you later, Mark. See you later, dude. Okay. So
I'm always surprised that people who are like really into sex work for a really long time actually want to have kids after that. Like, I understand that like many people have the desire to, but like I don't understand why you would, knowing it's like people who have like a lot of genetic diseases still decide to have children. It's like, why are you doing this to your children?
Yeah,
like, you're just giving them your terrible genetic disease.
Oh my god, blonde $2. The black guys were Measurehead and his brothers.
Jesus.
Al Ghul. Listen,
you're obsessed.
You guys got to watch our Disco Elysium playthrough to like you see us react to the black nationalist fascist. He's so fucking amazing.
Yeah, Def.
It's like the Jews have degenerated the white race and now the black man will take over. It's like, holy shit, dude. Holy fuck. Okay. So videos are no longer available for viewing as of Saturday after a Republican operative alerted the Washington Post about them. But the videos remained live on another non-password protected site, which is probably like re-uploads to Pornhub or something. Yep.
Or X videos.
Yeah. To other publicly available sites displayed explicit still photos in the videos. Yeah. Yep. She can be seen in the videos soliciting tips for performing specific acts and clear violation of Chatterbait's terms and conditions. Requesting or demanding specific acts for tips may result in a ban from the platform. Oh.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Why is that banned?
I don't know.
What?
I don't fucking know.
Should have done it on OnlyFans.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Was OnlyFans a thing in 2022? It was, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So dumb. Speaking directly to the screen, she encourages viewers to provide tips, which are paid through tokens purchased through the site. In at least 2 videos, she agrees to perform certain acts only in a private room, an arrangement that requires a viewer to pay more. I need, like, more tokens where I let him do that. What the fuck? Wait. She's raising money for a good cause. Was it her fucking...
herself.
was it her political career?
Yes. So stupid. So dumb.
Almost immediately the tips arrive. She says thank you 5 times and tells her husband she will agree to the act. I wonder what it was.
Blowjob.
Anyway.
Something very tame.
So she's of course saying, this is, I can't believe you're going after me like this, oh my god. It's like, I don't know how I feel about this. Listen, porn is one of those things where it's like, once you do it, you have to understand, like, it's out there now, and it's not going away, and you gotta fucking be ready for that. Like,
she has a husband and children. At least I hope she's happily married to her husband, considering she was doing porn with him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You can't fix her, guys.
Can't fix her. Gunmen. Hold on. $5 from Tara Schweigel. Thank you. The easiest way to be screwed by a porn star is electing to public office. Gunmen storm TV station in Ecuador live on air after state of emergency is declared.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so this went viral. We're like, we'll do it without audio, obviously, but like...
Yeah.
Yep. So what ends up happening is they're doing like a news story, right? Live on air. And then suddenly gunmen just burst in.
Holy
And it's like, we're taking over now.
That must be really scary, actually.
Yep. Never did a porn star or an OF creator. Consequences. Thanks to $2, Lady Columbia. So yeah, like... Yep. Welcome to Ecuador, guys. An armed militia stormed a television studio during a live broadcast in Ecuador carrying shotguns, pistols, and homemade bombs after the country's president issued a decree declaring 22 gangs as terrorist organizations. Yeah, so The government's now fighting the terrorist gangs. The terrorist gangs like just fucking attack this TV station.
Jesus.
Police arrested 13 gunmen who took over the television station TC in the city of Guayaquil during a live broadcast on Tuesday, forcing staff onto the floor and footage beamed to thousands of homes. The channel, which was back on air for its evening news broadcast, said the 2 employees were injured in the incident. Terrified host was seen praying to a camera as a shotgun was held to his head, while other attackers showed off grenades and sticks of dynamite to the audience.
Holy
The group shouted they had bombs, as it sounded like gunshots were heard in the background. Holy fuck, dude. That's wild.
It's terrifying.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely want the government to crack down, man. Like, it's time for martial law. Time to fuck them up.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, you're violating our rights. Fuck you. It's time for you to go. The newspaper El Universo said reporters on the interrupted El Noticiero news program messaged groups begging for help. One said, they want to kill the lot of us. Help us. The channel broadcast was live for at least 15 minutes before the signal was cut off. During the transmission, someone was heard yelling, don't shoot! El Salvador versus Ecuador would be a good video, Dev. I don't know enough about it, Terrace, but thank you. Alina Manrique, the head of news for TC Television, said she was in the control room across from the studio when the group of masked men entered the building. One of the men pointed a gun at her head and told her to get on the floor. I'm still in shock, she said. Everything has collapsed. All I know is it's time to leave this country and go very far away.
Yep.
Half an hour after the gang stormed onto the set, police entered the building and later announced no arrests had been made. Yeah, so they arrested him.
God, that fucking sucks, but at least they got arrested. And the people only got injured and didn't die. At least there's that.
Yep. Oh yeah, the president declared a 60-day state of emergency on Monday after a convicted gang leader disappeared from his prison cell, giving authorities the ability to suspend rights and mobilize the military in places like prisons. Yeah, it's kicking off, man. It's kicking off.
Yep.
It's fucking wild. Damn.
Leg is asleep.
What's next? Oh, yeah. Robert De Niro says that the speech blasting Trump was cut at the Gotham Awards. How dare they cut it?
Let me insult the orange man.
Robert De Niro appeared flustered Monday night after realizing his speech at the Gotham Awards had been edited to cut blistering remarks he wrote about former President Donald Trump. I just want to say one thing. The beginning of my speech was edited, cut out, and I didn't know about it. I want to read it. History isn't history anymore. Truth is not truth. Even facts are being replaced by alternate facts and driven by conspiracy theories and ugliness. Yeah, so basically, he gave the speech at the Gotham Awards.
Okay, what is the Gotham Awards? I actually don't know what those are.
I don't even know what they are either.
Guys, what is the Gotham Awards?
Let's look it up. Gotham Awards. American Film Awards presented annually to the makers of independent films at a ceremony in New York City. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Just a film award. Okay.
A small award show.
So, he gave a speech about Donald Trump, and when it was aired on TV, they cut it out.
Wow.
And he's mad about it.
I mean, to be honest, I probably would be too.
Yeah.
I understand. It's really funny. Like, this is hilarious, but I would also be very angry if I was Robert De Niro.
Mm-hmm. He attacks the weak, destroys the gifts of nature, and shows disrespect, for example, by using Pocahontas as a slur.
Wait, what?
Based.
Wait, what?
He called Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas because Elizabeth Warren claimed to be Native American on her university enrollment to get, like, special privileges.
Okay.
But she had, like, almost no Native American blood. She had less than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we called her Pocahontas?
Yeah.
That's just stupid.
Just make fun of her. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Pocahontas has, in the past 5 or 6 years, become known on the left as a slur because Trump used it as a joke, and now it's considered a slur.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, well, the idea is, like, the idea of a Native woman who ends up in, like, liking a white man and adopting white customs and blending into white society. They call them Pocahontases.
Well, wasn't actually, like, the actual story of Pocahontas, like, fairly sad?
Yeah, but they're going off the Disney bullshit.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was cut out.
Trump's
Dude, Trump's looking old now. Like, I mean, he's almost 80, so, like, he's looking old.
Damn, they did his bronzer like real shiny. Look at that. His cheek is glowing.
Yeah.
Like how it doesn't match his ear at all. His ear, he looks like
this
baked
this
potato,
is
and his ear looks like an uncooked chicken wing.
This is like a recent Trump picture. Even Trump 10 years ago looked better. Like Trump's showing his age.
Well, yeah, he's old. How old is he now?
He's like 77.
Well, yeah, 77s look old.
Yeah, like here's Trump from 10 years ago. Definitely looks better. Definitely. Yep, you get old, man. It's just how it is. And of course, if you see Trump from the 1990s, like this is like TV Trump, you know? This is the Trump that everyone thinks of when they think of Trump. Is this guy. This is when everyone loved him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How dare they do that? How dare they cut it out? Okay, dude, whatever.
No, listen, like, if you're making, like, a whole speech, like, they shouldn't be editing it, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's actually, like, pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's hilarious that they have done this, but it is actually quite bad, and Robert De Niro does have every right to be as pissed as he is.
Yeah, but they have their edit it, so fuck you. Fuck you, De Niro.
Why?
Because you don't just get to have unlimited screen time on their fucking award show and talk whatever you want.
Yes, but look at the fucking Game Awards last year.
That sucked too!
Yeah, but it was hilarious and they should keep it in! I want to see the whole fucking thing!
Okay, finally, the final article for today, guys. Twitch is cutting 1/3 of its staff.
Oh!
Yep. Twitch is laying off more than 500 employees, the CEO announced this morning, reportedly accounting for around 35% of its staff. Bloomberg first reported that the video game streaming platform was planning layoffs on Tuesday, and the company confirmed that today the cuts were happening. We're having to share that we are taking the painful step to reduce our headcount by about 500 people. This will be a very hard day. Twitch has way too many fucking people working for it anyway.
Mm.
Twitch cut 400 roles back in March of 2023 as part of larger layoffs at parent company Amazon. Yep. Additionally, several Twitch executives, including Chief Product Officer Tom Verrilli, Chief Customer Officer Doug Scott, and Chief Content Officer Laura Lee, all announced they're leaving the company. Last month, the company also announced it would cease operations in South Korea, setting prohibitively expensive network fees. Yep.
Wait, I zoned out for like a second. What did you say about South Korea?
The Twitch pulled out of South Korea. They no longer have like a South Korean server.
Okay.
Yep. So yep, the Twitch business remains strong. It paid out over $1 billion in revenue to its streamers. For some time now, the organization has been size based upon what we're optimistic to be in 3 or 5 more years, not to where we are today.
Wow.
I understand what's going on. Basically, Twitch is not growing, and they got to cut the fat.
Yeah.
It's happened to a lot of social media right now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's how it's going, man. That's just how it's going. Taras Shevchenko, $5. Speaking of politicians who are extremely old, Fetterman seems to have doubled down on many of his controversial positions since your video on him. Based! Always double down.
Yeah, Dev.
Yes. Okay, Chad. That's the end of the articles, guys.
Yeah.
What do you think of today's articles, fellas?
They were all incredibly sad, except for the ones at the end.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
Well, actually, except for that shooting one. There was like 3 funny ones at the end. What the fuck, Dev?
Well, sometimes you gotta talk about the news.
No.
Sometimes the news is fucked. It's just how it is.
How about no?
That's just how it is, dude. It's just how it is.
I DM'd you on Discord, says oh fucks.
Read the articles about layoffs in the economy. We'll do someday, Blonde, but not today. I've worked at 3 places that were doing fine and then the doors were chained up one day. Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. Every thought on Twitch is not hot. I haven't seen a hot one.
That's not true. The thoughts are hot. It's just the fact that you know they're a thought that's making them not
Sparkles,
hot.
you haven't turned into bi lesbian yet. Tunic tonight? 30% chance of Tunic tonight. 30% chance. Less than 50. It'll be a not half bad, but no more femoid on the stream.
What if I told you I have a penis?
Don't play into it. You fucko.
But then I'm not a femoid. And then I can also say that I am not a transoid because I don't actually have a penis. So I can be both at the same time. Oh, did you, Butters? That must have been a surrealistic experience. I have low standards,
hey,
I know.
I just told Arnos what your price is for the N-word.
No! What the fuck, Dev?
Hey, you're gonna say no to that much money?
Yes!
We need it right now.
I don't need it that bad.
Dude, we need money right now.
I don't need it that bad.
Okay, guys, listen. Oh, $5 made to Columbia. Thank you. Companies are questioning green tech, DEI, and bloat as Peter Zeihan predicted when the boomers retiring. Capital costs risen 3x and growing. Here's the thing. Green tech has its place. DEI and bloat really doesn't, but there is definitely a place for green tech as thing like if you can have green tech that doesn't have the other downsides of green tech because there's some pretty bad downsides to some of it, then you probably should adopt it. Make an AI dev and have it say it, dude. I just like make an AI voice, have it say all the slurs I want to say. It's like it wasn't me. Mm-hmm. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
If you make the AI say it, it's still you.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. What if I make an AI NAOMI voice and have it say the N-word?
Then I will still murder you in your sleep. It'll still happen.
Okay, listen. We're gonna get out of here. It's 3 p.m. I have a list of things I gotta get done today. I'm gonna go work on them.
Considering it took us almost 3 hours to do this, you have very little time to do everything.
I might do a late night gaming stream, but the chance of that happening is about 30%. But again, real dev fans watch the gaming streams. Let's go raid Kibs. Okay?
You can't say that and then probably not stream tonight. You know that, right?
Yes, I can. Let's go raid Kibs. You should do a sip every day. That is like a long-term goal. Once I have the studio set up, I want to do like a daily broadcast.
That'd but that wouldn't work out for our daily lives right now.
Not right now.
Probably end up murdering you.
Not right now. But I do want to do like a daily broadcast at some point. I like the idea of it, you know?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh wait, are such an even fucking open? Like I'm not even open right now. Hold on, let me check the raid. I set the raid to Kibs because nobody else is on. And Kibs is my default one. Yeah, not even on. Yeah, we're gonna go raid Kibs. All right, listen. Everyone pile in with the breed Kibses and the coffee cups. Get them ready. Everyone get ready. Make arguing with chat a full time. Please, dear fuck, no. Okay. I can't raid Loner Box. He doesn't have open raids, I think. But anyway.
Goodbye, everyone.
We're leaving. We'll see you later, okay? Good night.
Night.
Or good afternoon.